I've been backstage reading y'all comments, by the way. Been backstage reading y'all comments, or what they call backstage on here. How y'all doing? How's it going? I'm politely wait on my friends. I don't want to do anything until my friends arrive. I want to wait on my friends. Y'all know my friends. Coach and Colin. Those are pretty cool guys right there. Some pretty cool guys, if I say so myself. Pretty cool guys. Oh, How y'all doing? How's it going? Calvin, what's going on, brother? Where's Denzel? What's going on? Actual random. What's going on? Just prime time. What it do? Aaron, I don't know about that, brother. B2 Bowl. Appreciate it, brother. Little low man, you damn right. Oh, Lord, here we go. He's right. I said, oh, Lord, here we go. Colin, it did say 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, did it? Hell, I might be wrong, Colin. Hold on. I might be wrong. Let me see. I could have sworn the flyer said I might be early. Damn, I'm early as hell. It's supposed to be 5:30 Central Standard Time. Damn. Okay, it was supposed to be 4:30 Central Standard Time, but the flyer was supposed to say 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. But it's cool. It's cool. It ain't like we look. It ain't like we got. Yeah, it's supposed to be 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Colin, that's my fault. That's my fault, baby. That's my fault. I'm early. I'm super early. So don't worry. Colin, take your time, baby. Take your time. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going on the side. I ain't away for you and Coach. I can keep these people entertained. I can keep them entertained. Well, on the side. I can keep them entertained till y'all get here. Who else was I was saying what's up to? Tarico Brown. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Nikwan in the rain. What's going on? Sean Terrence. What's going on? Eddie. What it do, baby? What it do? All in the game. Not yet. Not yet. I don't think now's the time to do that either. TB PhD. What's going on? Untamed Kango. What's going on? Where you been at? What's the deal? What is the deal? Kendrick Devon. What it do? Del Mortapi. We knew y'all was at home bored today. You know, no football coming on and that like that. So we just figured, you know what? After everything that happened yesterday, man, I don't want to wait till Monday myself. I don't want to wait till Monday to talk about it. So shit, that's all it is. Oh, Martin City, what's going on, baby? What it do? AJ, you know what, AJ? I told myself, AJ, I was gonna retire it. I'm not doing no more. I told you so tours. Now I'm just not gonna do it no more because it's getting repetitive now. You get it, AJ. It's getting repetitive. Like I told you so. It's just getting repetitive. So when the show starts, when they get here, I ain't even gonna say I told you so. I'm gonna go the whole show without saying it because I don't need to say it. I don't need to say it no more. All right, dog. What's going on, David Duncan? What it do, baby? What it do? Satasha, tell him again. I don't know why. I just don't know why. I just don't know. I just don't know why. I don't know why. You know. So check it. While we're waiting on them to show up, Coach Colin, I done hopped on 45, 50 minutes earlier. You know what? Since we're here, you guys go ahead and you can converse with each other. I'm gonna go do a Colin and I'm gonna swing to the back and I'm gonna get my food. That's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I told you so. Oh, my bad. I forgot I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna say that today. I said I wasn't gonna say that. I told you so. I told you so. Hey. Well, I want something like this right here. Put it in there like this right here. Yeah. Want me some food real fast. Yeah, man, I wish I had known. Well, I did say 5:30 Central Standard Time. And then I was late. But if I had waited, I probably would have had time to actually get my other microphone and get that stuff together. But I don't feel like, ooh, Lord, it's popping in there. I didn't feel like messing on that stuff today. Y'all see Noah already? Noah take. I ain't even gonna start yet. I ain't even gonna start yet. I ain't even gonna do it. I was about to. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna go eat. Mm-hmm. I say, okay. Okay, Mike. Okay, Mike. Da, da. Mm-hmm. 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 There you go. There go one of them.
Yo.
What going on, brother?
What up? What up?
Yeah, I had that all wrong. My bad.
I saw I was just sitting down because I'm actually making I got my Bower here. Let me block it off so y'all can't see the name. I got my Bower
They gonna show screenshot it.
Hey, I got my hand over everything. I got my Bowerman rankings that I'm working on right now, and so I'm making the video that I'm posting tomorrow. And I get the notification. Kendrick, what's going on, man? Hello, everybody. I get the notification. It says Ray live on YouTube. I was like, wait a minute. I swear I saw CST, but we good to go. So we're here now.
CST, EST, JST. It's Sunday, man. We here. We bored. We ain't got nothing else to do but talk about this. Before we even get into all of this, sir, you was on the ground at New Balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all been to Colin Page since yesterday, but man, Colin like damn the real ESPN out there, man. Colin done caught all everybody he wanted to see. He caught every last one of them, and with good questions, man. Before we even get into this, let's talk about that. What was that whole experience like for you? Like, I mean, cause you've been doing that, but that was like I'm majorly doing it right here now.
Yeah. So there were a few people going into it that I had like questions and I knew I wanted to ask. The big one for me was Lolo Jones. Like I kind of knew going into that interview, like it's been probably the biggest interview that I had from yesterday. And I knew going into it, I'm like, I know this is going to do good because I know I'm going to ask her about that type of stuff. And when you're a veteran and like, she's sitting good, it don't matter. Like track and field can't stop Lolo. She's doing this for fun at this point. So he has no problem with talking about, her real mind where, some people that might just be getting started, you're 22, 23, you're just getting into it. It's like, maybe you ain't open to be saying some stuff. So I knew Lolo was going to give me some good content. And that she did, talking about the Olympics and how they just don't be paying athletes at all and all that type of stuff. So it's she gave me some good stuff. Noah Lyles, like, I mean, that we'll go into it, I'm sure, but that just speaks for itself. Like, obviously that interview was going to be good. And a lot, like pretty much it was I had some ideas of what I wanted to talk about, and then there's luckily some other really talented media members around me that also asked some good questions as well. So it was kind of it was a positive experience. It was really good.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about the facility.
Oh my God, this is easily the best track facility I've ever been to, like hands down. And let me think about that. Let me hold on, because I have been to Eugene with I have been to New Eugene.
But what about indoor though? Indoor wise?
Oh no, I know it's easily the best indoor facility. I'm trying to think right now, is it better than Eugene?
Damn.
I don't know if I'm ready to say that yet.
But the fact that you are thinking about it, that gives us enough insight. Like, yeah, that thing must be badass.
Oh, it's great. Like from both perspectives. So from a fan perspective, it's super close. Like you're right on the track. For anyone that's been to Ocean Breeze, if you've been there, it's the same type of stadium where you're right on the track. Lane 6 is like 20 feet away from where the stands get started, and it's really high and not far away, so you're like right on top of these athletes, which is really good. And then like from an athlete perspective, like I was lucky enough to get invited to the grand opening in April of 2022, and so I got to see all of the training and just science stuff that they have going on in their like sports science labs downstairs. Like they have this thing, it's a room, like it's basically a giant refrigerator where they can make the temperature anything from like -20 to like 120, and they can make the altitude anything from like, way underground level to way like to like on top of Mount Everest. So they can have you running in like any scenario that they want you to be in. And so they have a track that goes all throughout the entire training facility. I have a YouTube video on it. If you take a look at my posted back in April of 2022, I did a tour. They have like a track that goes throughout the entire thing with like pressure plates, so they can tell you like where you're like, okay, you're putting more pressure on your left leg than your right leg. We need to like even that. Like they got everything when it comes to like sports science that you need at that New Balance facility. And just also as a fan, like they got a bar right underneath it. They're selling alcohol.
Wait. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. I heard something. You say what now? They got what?
They got alcohol that they sell there.
Man, why y'all should have told me that beforehand? I'd have been there. Damn, I brought my own cup.
Yeah, they got like tequila seltzer that they were having, and so it was like the environment's great. They have this giant jumbotron, like 2 giant jumbotrons that are like they show everything that's going on. It's an amazing environment. They did a very, very good job with this meet. Extremely good job. I have to give them credit where credit's due. They knocked this out the park for sure.
So was this Mark Whitmore track meet?
Yes, it was.
I thought so. Shout out to Mark Whitmore, because I just found that out. I just found it out today that
damn, Ray just left.
bro, I removed myself from the stream.
I was gonna say, wait, it's the Track World News show real quick.
I found out today it was the Mark Whitmore meet. Mark Whitmore, he also does the Adidas meet, the New York meet or whatever. So and I think a lot of people don't know that some of these meets are put on by agents, you know what I'm saying, as meet promoters, whatever. So shout out to Mark Whitmore, because he's the one that actually is having the meet and being able to go there to New Balance. Damn. It sounds
and
like
also Noah Lyles' agent is like the head of the media or head of marketing there as well. So that's why he's there every year as well, for fun facts. So you're going to see him at every New Balance Grand Prix, even though he's an Adidas athlete. That's why he goes. I didn't know that until I was talking to the people in the marketing areas. So
you see, that makes sense though, because Mark Whitmore is mainly Adidas, like after he represents Adidas. So when I found out he did this, I was like, oh damn, Mark crossing over, so kudos to him for that. And so they're gonna let people use the facility, or how they doing that now? Like What's it for? I guess.
Yep. So it's an amazing like area as well. So it's not just like so for those, so I can go back to Ocean Breeze as well, kind of compare to that for those that have been there. Have you been to Ocean Breeze at
I
all?
don't
I
even
don't
know
know if
what
you
Ocean
have.
Breeze is.
It's a track that's in Staten Island, New
Nah.
York. It's a new kind of new that came out in like 2016. But so I compare it a lot because they're both kind of new-ish. They're the two newest tracks in the Northeast, so it's easy to kind of compare for those that may know what I'm talking about. But that track, it's in the middle of like a neighborhood. There's nothing around it. Like it is not it is not a place to go to like hang out. It's not a destination area.
Mm-hmm.
Where the Boston track at New Balance, it is a destination area. They have fans in mind heavily. Much like I assume, like if you think of, I'm sure probably the Dallas Cowboys, it's a similar thing where there's like it's not just the stadium when you go to the Dallas Cowboys game, right? Like there's like attractions, there's malls, there's bars, there's restaurants, there's all that type of stuff. It's the same type of thing here. Like there's a track. So to kind of picture how it goes, on the ground floor, there's a bar and a restaurant called Record Breakers. And so they have a bar right underneath, and then across the street, they got like a bagel and coffee shop and a couple other like restaurants and things like that. And then they have other spaces to actually like rent out things as well. It's also attached, or it's in the same like street that the Boston Celtics practice at. So like two Boston Celtics players were there, and Terrell Owens was there. Like there were some celebrities at this race. So it was like that was pretty cool. And then on top of this bar is the track facility. And so on floor 1 is like the sports science area, which is where all the New Balance athletes go to train. So it's their headquarters. It's everything. That's where everything is on floor 1. And then floor 2 is where their track is. So that's where everything is for where, you know, the grandstands for the track. And it's got a concession bar area in the front. They got big, really great grandstands. They have a training track as well, like just kind of a sprint runway. And then they have the actual track facility. In the back, they have a throwers area where they also have basketball courts. And then they have a 150-meter warm-up track that's
Damn.
They got suites as well. Like they have this track in mind for fans to make this a great experience. It's not just like we want this to have college meets and high school meets. Like no, they have this in mind clearly so that it's a good like viewing experience. And
you know what it sounds like? It sounds like, and I can get it too. It sounds real close to like how the European soccer, how they do soccer over there.
Yeah.
Because when I went to a soccer match in Europe, it was pretty much just like how you saying it. You know, they had everything in there, state of art this, state of art that, and then they had the freaking the restaurants and everything to where, and the suites was, you know, just like being at, you know, NFL NBA game, to where the fans could actually enjoy going to the arena because there's so much to do in there that you want to see. It sounds like what New Balance did.
Yeah, they did a great job. If I'm talking about things that I would change, so I think they did awesome, but few things I would change. One would be the parking situation was awful.
That's anywhere up north.
No. Let me tell you why. Because the way they were doing egress is awful. Usually when you're in a parking garage, you pay when you go in, and then everyone just drives and leaves. This one, you had to like essentially pay when you leave. So it was one at a time, and like if somebody didn't do it, you got to pay. And so yes, it should have been pay you $20 when you get in, and then you just leave at the end. But that's not how it went. So it took a while. It took even longer to get out. And then it would have also been cool because there were celebrities here. Like if you put on the Jumbotron, like, hey, shout out Terrell Owens, you know, Hall of Fame wide receiver, or, you know, Garrett Williams, like, you know, starting guard or whatever for the Boston Celtics. Like put them on the Jumbotron, like hype it up. Like let these celebrities, like, you know, when you're at an NBA game and there's a celebrity there, they hype it up. Like, yo, shout out to Lil Wayne who's at the game. Like, yeah. Like that type of stuff is things that they should do. They didn't do that. So that's what I would have liked to see.
Well, I said from from the outside looking in, not in, from the fan perspective watching it. You know, we watching the Trap House for sure. The track looks beautiful, and the only thing that I have a remembrance of is like Stockholm, meaning the fans are right here. Like if you in lane 1, you can high five somebody. So I noticed that about this track. I love that. I actually love that because it puts the fans right there, and it actually puts you right there too. The other thing I noticed is that they built it up to where you don't have to actually stand up to watch it. Like I noticed that too. Like they built it perfect to if you sitting down, you still sitting up high enough to where everybody can. That made me think about tennis, because a tennis match you can't stand up, so you have to build it to where everybody can sit down and relax and watch it. I noticed that too. So kudos to New Balance and everybody how they doing that, because it sounds like that type of that track and that stadium and Eugene. If we could get more of those, track could start to shift. But also, you got to think about it. If that Eugene track wasn't in Eugene, it was in somewhere like Boston, then it would be utilized the exact same way. So,
if I could, like, so I'm trying to see if I can get something going on later to get, like, I'm trying to get some more insight on this, but just based off of things that I heard about the meet. So one, it was completely sold out. Like if you went up,
they said it on TV.
If like I know firsthand, because one of my friends. I stayed at his place, and he had a mutual friend of ours tried to buy tickets the day of the event, and they were like, "No, sorry, if you want to buy it, you got to buy a suite type ticket. Like you can't buy the general access. We're done." Like at 2:00. So the event started at like 2:30. That was like when the high jump started. But the TV event didn't start till 4. And everyone was there by 2:00. Everyone, it was packed at 2:00. It was crazy. Like I'd never seen anything like this in track and field. And apparently 2/3 of the people that came were first-time ticket buyers. Which is like, and I make it very clear that I am very interested in the business side of track and field, and what I do for a living is tickets to sporting events. And so when I hear all of this information, like it really impresses me, because I know how hard it is to fill a building. And they did that. They sold probably, like, I don't know what the numbers are, but it looked like it was probably about 8,000 tickets, maybe a little bit less, but they did a great job filling it up, and kudos to them.
You know why it may have been easier to fill it up as well? Because when you think running and you think Boston, you automatically think Boston Marathon. So it's not like Boston is not already, it's kind of like Eugene, but it's more like a city version of Eugene. So I could, and I can respect that. That's because that is my question. How cold was it? No, I ain't want to go.
Lord,
I'm telling you, I can't do it. Maybe it's too cold.
Lord, oh my God, it was a high. The warmest it got yesterday was 18 degrees.
See,
and that is without wind, and it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And so there was a time where, because I walked to like the New Balance like store, because I was like, let me go check this out. It's right down the street. It's 1 block, Ray. It's 1 block. And the wind was going in my face.
It was burning, wasn't it?
Yep. I get out the door. I take 5 strides. I wipe my nose. It's frozen. Like there's like snot, like the little like boogies on my nose were frozen. I had been there for 2 minutes. It was frozen shut. It was crazy. You could see the breath through coming out your nose, like your nostrils, not just out your mouth, out your nostrils. You could see your air. Oh, I know,
because they used to have U.S. Indoor Nationals there before they moved it to Albuquerque.
Oh yeah,
it used to be there. So when I was running, it was in Boston. I remember saying the last time I was in Boston, I would never run indoor, and half of the reason because I'm not coming back to Boston. It's so damn cold. This time of year in Boston, it's a different. People, we telling y'all, what you think is cold, if you ain't been to Boston, you don't know what cold is. That's that cold where you walk outside and it hit you and it hurt. Like literally, he ain't making this up. Your teardrops, they freeze. The snot, it freezes. Like I remember walking from the hotel to dang on Whole Foods and want to die.
It was insane, but love the environment. The track seemed pretty fast. What I will say, so I got to take it back because I talked about how upset I was that they didn't allow me to take photos of the athletes coming in, doing outfit checks or whatever. And then I go and see they actually did it. So they took those photos of the athletes and posted it up themselves. So I would have been upset if they didn't do it, if they didn't allow me to do it and they decided not to, but they actually did that. And that part was good. So I got to take it back. If I announce something publicly, or if I criticize you publicly, I got to apologize publicly. So I got to apologize publicly. I was talking trash about, man, you're not allowing me to do this. And then you did it yourself because you had bigger plans. You didn't want some dude that barely knows how to take a photograph to do it. You want your professionals to do it. Makes sense. But so I gotta mention that. So now, you know what this does? This puts a huge, not burden, but pressure on Milrose Games next week. Because they have been the premier indoor meet for years. And now you have a company, your opposing company, New Balance versus Nike, make the biggest meet and does it really well and have some great performances. And your next week, you got to perform. You got to execute.
It's going to be tough. Like on our end, the one thing that I said that they did that I really, really liked was they, so like the NBA, NFL and all that, when you get off the bus, they catch you, they do the video, watch. They did that for the athletes. And so I thought that was dope as hell because it was like, yeah, thank you. Like, you got to see them walking through the tunnel, regular clothes on and stuff like that. Now they did drop the ball though when it was time to actually, you was there, when it was time to call them out. Yeah. That point they dropped the ball on. I was like, ooh, we just went ghetto. We was doing so good. We were doing so good. And then we just went ghetto. But it's all right. It's all right. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Out of all the events that you watched there, at what point in time, if you had to do it like off of decibels, at what point in time do you think the crowd was the loudest and they cheered the hardest?
What do you think? If you had to guess. Because the answer is going to surprise you. The answer is going to surprise you. What do you think was the hypest part of the meet?
When Sydney came on the track?
No. The men's mile.
I just said Boston. That shouldn't surprise me. Yep, I just said Boston. Yep, that should have.
Bro, because you want to know how I know this? When I was interviewing Noah had to say, "Let's stop. I can't hear you." I am standing 5 feet away from me. He's like, "Yo, wait, hold on. Like, let's wait for this race to finish, and then we can pick it up." Because
that mile was good though.
I didn't get to see it, but I looked at the replay. Apparently it was like a really close race, but they were going nuts for it. Nuts. It was the crowd was crazy the entire time. Like every single post-race interview that people were doing were asking about the crowd. Like even when we were asking Aaliyah Hobbs about it, and she was like, yeah, like when I came out and heard this noise, it set me back a bit. I was like, oh my God, like this is I feel like I'm back at States. Like it's going crazy, it was a amazing environment. And yeah, the crowd was going nuts for distance. The 60 was crazy. I got to watch that. The press box was right at the finish line for the 60 final. So, oh my God, I had perfect seats for it. It was great. Awesome event. You should have been there, Ray.
No. You sold it very well. And they said they're going to do it next weekend. I still wouldn't come. Because all it takes is that 18 degrees. Nope.
I can respect that. Yeah.
I cannot enjoy that. I'm not going to lie to nobody. 18. No, I've been to Boston. Don't want to go back. I don't have to do that. That's why I told you, I was like, if I come anywhere, I'll see y'all in Milrose. Because at least it's not as cold. New York can be cold too.
Were you at the Boston University track? Is that where you
No, we was at the Armory.
Oh, is there the Armory was in Boston?
The Armory. Yeah, USA Indoor Nationals. Actually, both of them. So USA Indoor Nationals used to be at the Armory, and this track meet here used to be at the Armory as well. And then they took it out and sent it down south to Albuquerque. So
got you. All
right. Well, we got these people here. Let's go on and switch over. Talk about this track and field stuff. So what we want to start? Okay, this is where I do want to start at. because you was there. See it in this 60.
Yep.
Good idea, bad idea.
So as a training tactic, I guess it's kind of like a know nothing idea. Like, I don't think I get nothing changed for me after watching that Sydney McLaughlin race, because it's like she's not a 60 runner and she ran a time that someone that is not a 60 runner would run. Okay, cool. Got it. And so what I was surprised was why they didn't have her in the TV window. I guess they were just super confident that she was going to make that final. And then for her not to make the final and your headliner of the race doesn't even get to run on TV seems kind of crazy to me. Yeah. But
they showed her not making the finals on TV. They did.
Yeah, I guess they did the rerun of it.
They did the rerun and show her not making it.
Yeah, it was like a no nothing to me. Like even in the interviews that we did, the post race interviews, she was just like, yeah, like coach wanted me to do this for training purposes. So we're kind of essentially doing that. So she didn't want to go for the 500 meter world record. She didn't want to do all that. It's like, hey, we're working on some speed stuff right now, and that's what she was going for. I did learn some stuff from Sydney McLaughlin though. This is probably the thing that I learned a lot more from. So apparently, she and Athing Mo don't train together at all. They train at different times.
Damn.
They don't run together. They don't practice together. They train at different times. And so
you got first on race tape, baby. We drop you, get yourself up. Nobody knows. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So they don't. So that changes kind of my idea of thing, or it doesn't. I guess I'm not as hyped on it as I guess I thought, because when everyone saw it, it's like, oh, Sydney and Athing are training. They're going to the same coach. That means that they're going to be doing, putting up some crazy stuff together. That means they're both going to do the 400. That's what people thought. That's what I thought. And then at this meet, we're like, yeah. So what's it like practicing with the thing? And she's like, I don't actually train with her. Like, I do my stuff. She does her stuff. Like, now maybe later on in the year, like when it's, in the heat of outdoor season and all that, maybe they'll do some more things together. But apparently they really don't train together. So
Damn.
Yeah, you would have thought that they would, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn. Oh, okay. All right. What about Jenna?
I
Get a chance to talk to her or anything like that?
I didn't. Because like when you're in the mix zone, it's like you have there's for every race, there's a big person you want to talk to. And it's like the winner or, some big name. And so like when that person comes by and then everyone else that finished the race, they just walk right by. It's like, I can't miss this person. So I didn't get a chance to talk to Prandini. I wish that I did. But yeah, she kind of just walked by. There's a few people I wish I talked to. I didn't get a chance to talk to Melissa Jefferson, unfortunately, who she might be watching this. I saw her walk by, but at the time, I think I was in the middle of a conversation with Aaliyah Hobbs, and so it was like mid quote, and so didn't want to go from one thing to another. I did see her race. A few people I missed, but yeah. So a lot of you can learn some good stuff in the mix zone.
Yeah, I did. When I was watching it and I saw Jenna looked to me like she trains with Bobby Kersey now, meaning she looked just like Sid. Literally, like I'm nowhere close to anywhere to being able to compete in the event I'm in, like at all. Like when the gun went off in that 300, they was going. Jenna was like, "I'm mad as hell. Bobby got me doing this shit." Like that kind of what it looked like in the entire race. So I'm just wondering. I mean, of course, that's his training style, but I'm just wondering how Jenna, how she feeling about that type of stuff, because Jenna's not used to being in 300s and what I would call getting embarrassed. Like she's always gonna compete no matter what. She's gonna be in the mix. She might not win, but she's gonna be in the meet. She got embarrassed. Like people were gone. And so for me, I had to sit back and say, Jenna is out there at practice right now. Whatever Bobby got her doing, this is going through the practice model. That's why she looks like that, which is kind of what I said about Noah 2 weeks ago, but we'll get into that later. It looks like she's going through the training program and her body does not look like it's nowhere close to be able to go fast right now. I actually took that to be a good thing. Like, okay, well, shit, you actually working with Bobby. Bobby got you working on some stuff. Who knows? She might come out this year to 200 and be effective, And that's the thing I want to talk about that, because it's like people will see that 300 and see Jenna and be like, oh, she sucks. It's over with. It's kind of like, well, no, not necessarily, because, again, certain people or certain coaches train for certain reasons, and they put their athletes in certain events for a certain reason, not because they expect them to win. So we got to give Jenna that same respect for her L that we would for Sydney, because it's like, well, she don't even run that. Well, hell, Jenna don't either. So she looked the way that she should have looked running it. So
yeah, I'd agree. Like, yeah, what time did she have again? Let me see that. She ran 38.
Yeah, 37, 38. It was 37.
Yeah, 38, 16. Or yeah. So yeah, I think it's I agree. Like, it shows that I think Kersey is like, yeah, he's putting these athletes in the off events. And I think you just put athletes in off events in the beginning of the year to kind of see where you're at, try to develop that skill and like erase things. Like, because hey, like if she's gonna be doing if she's gonna be doing 200s most primarily, hey, let's have her do some threes so you can kind of make sure that second half, that latter half of your race is stronger. Because like I'm sure she probably wants to, can she make a world final? Like she's got the talent to do it. Like it's kind of surprising she hasn't.
She's making teams.
She makes teams, but she hasn't made a final yet, which is like wild to me. Like if there was like how Charles Barkley hasn't won a ring and everyone's like, oh my God, like you're too good to not win a ring. Jenna Prandini not making a final is like that. It's like, what? Like I would have thought you were closer to being in contention of winning a medal than you are in contention of even making the final. Like, so it's just strange to me. And like with where she's at, like she's got this and the Olympics and coming close to the end. She's 30 now. So it's like, it's going to be tough to be able to decide to keep on doing that. So
unless she gonna have a baby, she gonna have a baby, she can be Shelly Ann, start all over, I guess.
Yeah. Something like that. Guess you can get into
we can't. Don't no more. It was a joke.
Yeah, it's all having a good time. Shout out talking about that, Shauna Miller-Weibo having her child. She's a couple months pregnant now. So excited for that.
Congratulations. I love the way that she did. Nobody knew. And then all of a sudden, here's the professional photos. That's how you do it. That's like some Beyonce, Jay-Z shit. Like you just gonna, give a little drop. Like we looking for you to be on the track, and you like, no, watch these paparazzi photos.
Yep.
You got it. Congratulations. And she looks happy too. That's the main thing. Like she looks really happy. Like, I mean, not saying that nobody wouldn't, but like she's like, I'm okay that I'm about to be a mom. I'm not running. I'm not stressed. I'm happy right now. Mm-hmm. Look for her to come back and be like Shelly Ann. Like, no kidding. I'm excited to see what she's going to look like after that. You know who kind of shocked me yesterday and didn't look as good as I thought they was going to look?
Yeah.
It was actually the person that won 300.
Gabby?
Yeah. She didn't look as... Well, I said it on the Trap House. Maybe it's just... I don't know what it is, but it looked like when she run, she's never comfortable. So I guess I really can't tell because it was like as soon as the gun went off, after like 2 steps, her facial expressions was like, oh, like I'm already hurting. Like it hurts already. I'm like, man, you on that step 2. But then even coming home, it just, it's like when she crossed the finish line, it's more like a relief than like I won. So that was the only person yesterday I was like, even though she won, she didn't look good to me. Now, what I mean by that is like there's a difference. Like Jenna didn't look fast, but she looked good because she, her form, she held it. She just couldn't do nothing. Yeah. Gabby just looked like she wasn't comfortable at all. Like, maybe it's just me, But she was the only person who I expected to, because last year, she came off the injury and stuff like that. I expected her to look real smooth and just solid. She didn't really look to me like, I don't know, just that one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see her race because I was interviewing someone at the time. Her personal best is 35.75, and she just ran a 36.31 right here. So definitely not her best competition, to say the least. I think for her, like, so I don't know exactly what it looked like, but getting a win and this being your first race back from like having some injuries and going through all of that probably feels good to be able to do that. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to do at either. I don't know if it's going to be USA's or if she's going to be at Milrose or whatever it's going to be. But I think that second race is where I'm going to judge her a little bit more than on the first one. One, I didn't get to see it really. And two, I feel that second race of, okay, you've gotten it. You got one under your legs. What are you going to do now? I think that's going to be a big one.
What? Speaking of, do you know anything about Sharika? Why she didn't? Because when she was supposed to run, like I had her on my flyer and everything.
She did run. Did you not know that?
Hell no! What she ran? She
ran
ran what?
7:31 in the 60.
Oh, she ran.
She ran and she got dusted.
I didn't even know Sharika was at the track meet.
Yeah.
All I watched the TV for it. And ain't nobody really said nothing about it. I was going to ask, like, damn, did she? So she ran.
Sidney McLaughlin almost ran a better time in the 60 meters than Sharika Jackson.
I wonder if Mark Whitmore is Sharika's agent. Because she's not a New Balance athlete, first of all. And if you go run 7.3, you ain't doing it for training purposes because you're a sprinter. So that ain't the reasoning. I wonder if Mark Whitmore is her agent. And I'm going to ask that. I'm going to find it out for y'all. Because maybe that's what it is. And, if that's your agent meet, you got to be there. You'll get appearance, be the whole work. So maybe that's what it was. Like, I thought she had pulled out when folks like she didn't run. They meant she ran.
She ran. She shouldn't have. Yeah. But what's interesting is like, because I'm looking back at her times in the, like, her 60s make no damn sense as to how you're this fast. Like her, like this time last year, like she ran a 7:28 in the 60 indoors in Arkansas, like 7.3, 7.3, 7.2. Like has she even has she even broken 7?
I think she went 7.1 like one time.
No, yeah, she went 7.04 one time after fastest time. 7.04 once. So it's like she's clearly, I mean, they don't spend a whole lot of time on the 60 in Jamaica and a whole lot of time indoors. Like, I mean, I get it, but still, it's weird where you have enough, like by this point, she's got enough 60s under her belt where you can't say, oh, I've only ran it once. So I'm not like, you have a small sample size. She's got a large enough sample size where she should be running faster if you're that good at the 200, that good at the 100. I would think, at least, right? Like,
I mean, shit. Honestly, this way I'll put it to you this way: 200, 400, yeah. But the fact that she has a medal in the 100-meter dash, 2 of them. She got 2 100-meter dash medals. I'm with you. I'm lost as hell myself. Like, I don't understand. Like, so let me get this straight. You are one of the fastest top 3 in the world, not your country, in the world, in the 100-meter dash. So 60 sucks. Like, sucks up. Like, I'm with you, bro. But then again, you know what? If we say that, then we got to go with one of my theories of that indoor versus outdoor stuff. Like, in order for that to make sense, that has to mean that Sharika and them are literally not training. Like, because if I can go and run 10-7, 10-8, whatever, but I'm going to give you a 7.3, that means when I gave you that 7.3, I ain't did shit. like that's the only way that would make sense, because you're not going to run 7.3 or 7-2, and then get a medal and come through. And what's her PR? 10-7, 10-8? It's not going to add up that way. It's not going to add up that way. So she got to be coming through 7-0s outside, but it just don't translate inside at all.
Yeah, Sydney McLaughlin ran a faster 60. You're telling me across 60 meters? If I told that would have been a crazier. That if Ray told me that Sydney McLaughlin's going to beat Sharika Jackson, I would have been crazier than if you said no.
Listen. If Vegas had said you want to put money on who,
nobody would have done that.
The Vegas odds would have been like 1,000 to 1. And it'd been somebody wandering around here jumping through the roof because they're rich as hell.
Yeah,
ain't no way.
Like I'm looking at these comments a little bit, and people talking about like, oh, it's not important to us. Oh, we're trying to peak in April. Oh, like she almost medaled. Well, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. You didn't medal. So I don't want to hear any of this almost shit. You didn't do it. But what I'm saying is like, I'm not saying that, oh, because she ran slow here, she's not going to medal. It's just interesting to me that the fastest women in the world, these women from Jamaica, do not have 60-meter times that you would think they would have. Like, you would think that they would be, if you're setting near
at least 7-1, consistent 7-1s.
You would think that, because like it's just interesting to me that they're not as dominant in the 60. I get it. You don't train for it. Sure, you don't do it. But like, shoot, if Michael Jordan wanted to play some point guard, he could have played some point guard.
He could play some point guard. He might not be the best at it, but he could damn sure still do it.
Like that's what I'm just saying. It's interesting how it's like how you're so good at the 200 and then you're just at the 60. And she sprinted across the mix. She didn't take no interview. She went right here. She said, "Hi guys," and kept it going. Didn't do nothing. She got right back home. She was not ready. She didn't want to be there. I could tell that.
Mark Whitmore might be her agent. I'm gonna have to send a message out and see, because if he is, that would make perfect sense for her to be there. You know, like, hey, you gotta come represent. All of us are here. All of us are doing well. You got to be here. So we here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go and switch over to this main event. This 60-meter day. You watched the 60?
Yes, saw it in person. Mm-hmm.
Give me your breakdown. Tell me what you saw.
I'll start off in the heats because I think that is where the story will do itself justice. So did they show any of the heats on TV?
Yeah. Actually, the heats is what they started with. Like, soon as it came on with the heats.
Okay.
The sprint heats.
Okay, cool. So seeing the heats, Noah Lyles looked dangerous in his 60. Like, he was pulling away quick. It was like, oh man, this is not the Noah Lyles that I know. Like, he looked good. I remember seeing it. Like, everyone in the stand was like, woo-wee. Like, he looked good. He clearly was trying and pushing for it. What's up, coach?
Right on time.
He was clearly pushing for it. Like, he wanted to do well. And then when Trayvon Bromell came up, it was clear that like he got the win and he cruised and he turned it off at the end. Like, it was very clear that that's what the two were doing. Like, he had won, and so the times didn't matter as much to me because they had different kind of philosophy going into that first race. But that first race would have been like almost a PR for Noah Lyles to begin with. So I was like, okay, he's looking really good. And then comes the final. And so just this entire time, just Noah Lyles has got this swagger to him. Like, he came in like with his suit on and everything. Like, he was doing warm-ups, like dancing around. He was loose. When they were introducing athletes, like Noah Lyles got like the biggest cheer in the New Mount. Like, so like it was clear he was feeling good, especially after his first race. And then like it started. And like, no, you're expecting that Trayvon Bromell is going to get out to an insane like lead in the beginning, because it's like that's what you should do. You're Trayvon Bromell. You should be getting out on these cats. And he didn't. He was ahead, but he wasn't out on these cats. And then it was like the last 20 meters, and they were neck and neck. And I was like, if you're neck and neck and you got Noah Lyles next to you, that don't sound good. That's never good. If you're neck and neck with Noah Lyles at the line, that is never good. And Lyles outleaned him, and they crashed into the pad, and he knew he won. He was sprinting down, this is my house. Oh my God. That was crazy. I remember I watched this race and I looked over to a couple of the people in the media area. I was like, oh my God, did that just happen? Like,
was Ray right again? Oh my God.
Bro, it was insane. It was so crazy to watch. It was so cool. Like, I much love to Trayvon, of course. Would have loved to see him win, but seeing Noah Lyles win in that fashion, like, it was great. It was great for a 7-second race. It was the best 7-second race I could have watched. Yeah.
Coach.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing, sir? Let me go and bring you in. How you doing, sir? First of all, people say you saw me ESPN yesterday, man. Tell us about that, man. What you there tracked me yesterday? What you had going
on? So the Mayo invite was shown on ESPN Plus, I believe. And I must have just been in the way,
I must have been in the way.
I must have been in the way. Like, honestly, like, they were so incognito with the cameras that you didn't even know there was cameras around. You know what I'm saying? So good job with Notre Dame. I'm glad they finally put heat in that building. They really spruced up the place. I like it. Fast surface, man, for an oversized track, man. It was nice, man. I ain't got no complaints. My kids did exactly what they're supposed to do. Run seasonal best every week. Each and every one of them has gotten better. So
I saw one of your girls got a little record, didn't she?
Say it again.
Didn't one of your females break a record or something?
So she missed the school record in the 200 by like a tenth, and then she missed the 400-meter school record by a tenth. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the fact that she was a consistent 58, and then all of a sudden, we put the work in. I gave her no option. I gave her no choice, because that's what you got to do with these kids. You got to let them know this is the line. If you want to be great, great. Don't take time off. She ended up dropping 55. She ended up dropping 55, 56. And I was like, oh, in the way she did it, there's more room to grow. And Ray, you know this, man. We've been blessed enough to have people who taught us track and field. And that's what we got to do. We got to teach these kids track and field, not just what they see on YouTube or what they go on T-First and stuff like that. No, we as coaches have to teach them track and field, and we have to put them in a position where being in love with your craft will supersede being in like with the craft. You know what I mean? So.
Well, you said something just then. You said something just then. Lord, you said something just then. I hope y'all say it again, please. That's a sound.
We have to teach them to be in love with their craft and not being in like with the craft. That's pretty much what it is, man. Ray, you was in love with what you did. I was in love with what I did. You know what I'm saying? We loved it, man. Like, we knew, like, bro, people don't know. Ray didn't have no indoor facility to train in. When it was 30, 20 degrees, they were outside. They were outside, baby. I had an indoor track.
I'm trying to tell Colin, man, I lived in Kansas City, then went to Boston. That's why I want no more cold. No more cold. I'm tired of it. That's why I moved to Dallas.
Right. But yeah, but I got okay. So I know y'all talking about the meet yesterday.
You missed the meet. You didn't get to see it.
No, I didn't get a chance. I got it recorded.
You didn't get to see me be right. It's cool.
Okay, cool. I got it recorded, but I will say one thing. I did see the clip of Noah Lyles saying, "This is my house." Mm-hmm. I'm gonna come at this from two different sides.
Okay.
I enjoy the trash talking.
Love it.
But here's the problem. I know what he did down in Gainesville when his brother beat him. And that's why I don't accept his trash talking. At least when Trey and all them get beat, they eat it like men. You know what I'm saying? And then when they do win, they dump it out on you like, oh, now you won't catch the smoke. You see, I hate people who can talk trash but can't take it. So even though it was cute for the cameras, it was cute this and the third, and you're feeling yourself, and that's who he is. I'm not going to hold on to a standard that we don't hold anybody else. Now the only reason why he gets a little grace because he got world titles underneath his belt, so we can kind of let him get away with it. But you gotta be able to eat it too, bro. You gotta be able to eat it. So you already know Trey put a picture up. Oh, your house is on. Now you know when if Trey beat that man in 100, which he can because
it won't matter. Won't matter.
You already know Trey is not gonna ease up off of him, bro.
It won't matter if it's the 100. He gonna have to beat it. And Trey watching right now. You know, you love him. He gonna have to beat him in the 60. It don't matter what you do in 100.
Is Noah running 60 again, Colin?
Who?
No, is Noah Lyles running the 60 again?
Yes, Noah Lyles running the 60 at Milrose, and Trayvon Bromell is running the 60 at USA's.
Yeah, you didn't check the message that we got. I put in our group today about what Noah playing is.
Oh,
yeah, he ran out throughout the whole thing. He ran throughout the whole shebang bang. So they're not gonna meet again until USA's. So go ahead and drop it. According to our sources, Noah's plan is to run all the way through USA. Well, I mean, like for USA's. Noah's end result is he wants to run 6'4". That's his end result. That's what he's shooting for right now. He wants to run 6'4". Now, I'm gonna give my quick little breakdown on why I told y'all so. I know I'm not gonna say it, y'all, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Okay, I rolled the dice. I rolled the dice that on that episode. Now I rolled the dice. The reason why I rolled the dice because I was like, man, let me think about it. Because it's Colin's fault. It is Colin's fault. Sometimes them stats get your head up. So Colin come like, this is fastest opener ever. Wait a minute, it is? And I'm looking at it like, damn. So Colin done said fastest opener. He looked like he didn't take that race serious at all. And I told you, I was like, he might even felt like, hey, man, let my little brother win. Go ahead, baby. I worked out this morning. I'm just here. And then, like I told y'all, I'm talking about it. And here come his coach. His coach tweeting me. Don't worry about it. We ready. So I told y'all, like, hey, man, if I put everything in the pot, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Noah go out there and win that thing, man, because it sounds like it looked like they might be. Now, here's what I'm going to tell y'all what I knew Noah was going to win. Y'all can start listening to Great Swami. I knew Noah was going to win when it was on NBC. I want you to let Colin.
He said, when I heard Otto Bolin was calling it, I knew he was going to win. That's what you would say.
Watch this, because you're a stat person. I guarantee you, if you do the little research, I'm throwing it out there. I don't really know, but I feel very confident about it. If it's an NBC meet, tell me he's lost it.
Bro,
tell me he's lost it. I'm just telling y'all. If you go back and look at like last season, and look at the meets that he won and did this and
any of the World Athletics Tour races, those are all NBC races.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if it's an NBC race, my money on Noah. And here's what my money on Noah is an NBC race. I don't know if Noah is the poster child for NBC Olympics or what, okay? But whatever it is, he just feels like when it's on NBC, this is my show, Jack. This is my take. This is Noah's take. If it's on NBC. I mean, if you go to Peacock, if you go to like the Diamond League races, you see a picture of Noah. Just like this. You see a picture of Noah. And I'm like, damn. So then when it was coming on, they had another little picture of Noah. Noah was at the race car, whatever he was at. I said, Noah finna win. Noah has an NBC Peacock lucky rabbit's foot. It ain't a rabbit's foot, it's a peacock foot. And I'm counting it now. Noah has a peacock foot, okay? Because anytime it's on NBC, what happened? When at the U.S. trials, NBC, American record. Anytime it's NBC, Tokyo, NBC, I'm here, baby. Anytime it's NBC, Telling you, I put all
So,
that
Coach,
in
are you gonna take away Ray's drink, or should I do it? I know we're both pretty far away from
Right.
Texas. I don't know if you got a book. I don't know what the flights look like for you. Detroit, is that your airport? Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Right.
I'm
I'll
telling
check.
y'all.
I'll see if they got anything available for 7 p.m.
NBC.
Bro, what are we talking about?
Nah, for real. Now the actual race. I'll put it to you like this here. Indoor, right now, I will go on race day record and say Trayvon's not going to beat Noah this entire season, even at USA Indoor Nationals. Right now, USA Indoor Nationals is Noah Lyles. He's already won that. Now, what Colin was asking me on that one show is, okay, Ray, well, if you're going to say he's going to win this and not, you don't think he can be in the 100? My answer to that is still no. Still no. Because, yeah, it's still no. The reason why I still no is because this right here. Noah ran that 651. Trayvon didn't. I'm basing that off of like their body, what they look like. And like I said, Trayvon look heavy, you know. Noah 651 was, I'm here right now. I'm here. You finna catch this. I'm at 85, 90. Trayvon looked like the same thing that happened last year when he lost at Milrose. He looked the same. He looked like, I'm training through this. Like, I'm not ready to sprint that fast. So because he looked like that and it looked like he was just trying to hold off Noah, and Noah looked like he was snapping, now I'm like, yeah, no, Noah, because when we get outside, that's what I want to get. That's why I want to get the coach or either one of y'all. Because when they get outside and they line up outside, Trayvon's going to turn around and look at him. and like, bro, you should never piss me off. You're going to catch this 9-7. Now, here's the question though. Can he actually beat Trayvon outside? Forget making a team. A normal race. Some will say it's a Diamond League race. Diamond League race. Can he beat him?
Yeah, I think he can. And I'm saying that because let's be honest, this is the same Noah Lyles that beat Christian Coleman in the 100. You know, at a regular diamond. We talking regular Diamond League meets. Yeah, dude. Other than Mo, Asafa, Bolt, Gatlin, everybody else can get got on the circuit. On the circuit, nobody's exempt from it. There's no when it comes down to that 100, and you can say this, and this is for there's no one dominant 100-meter guy that you know everybody's running for second. Ray, you ran the Mo Green, Gatlin, and Bolt era and Asafa era. You know one thing's for certain. One of them is winning. You know what I'm saying? One of them is winning. Everybody else is running for appearance fee and place fee. I don't see, huh?
Does he make top 3 in the 100 at USA's?
Hey man,
Just needs top 4. You need top 4.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta be top 4. Yeah. Now that the US got 4 spots.
Yeah. Do you make top 4?
Yeah.
Ray, would you change your tone if he beats Christian Coleman this upcoming weekend in the 60?
No. Christian Coleman
You still won't think that he could beat. You still wouldn't think he could beat him,
Christian Coleman.
Beat him in the 100.
Christian Coleman just ran 670. He should beat Christian Coleman. How we want to look at it? 669, 670. He just ran that. You should beat Christian Coleman. I'll tell you like this here, because y'all just it reminded me that it's 4 slots. I can't. I based on what I just saw. Based
half
on
the finals getting in.
Lance Bromell training.
And he has a bye in the 200 too. Don't forget that. So he doesn't have to run that 200.
Yep.
He's got a bye.
Yep. He doesn't
So
have
what
to
you
run
asked
the
me is, can I see 4 people getting in front of Noah Lyles right now? No. And you know what? That may be their game plan. Because he got that bye, they may be focusing on the 100. Like, I can see Fred beating Noah. I can see Marvin beating Noah. I can see Trayvon beating Noah. I can't see nobody else from America beating Noah though in the 100. I'm being honest, like respectfully, nah. So when I was saying he can't make the team, because I was saying top 3, we got that bye, top 4. Yeah, I can see him. Shit,
What up, Certified Chaos? What's up?
I could see him getting that.
Christian Coleman, Noah Lyles is 3-4 against Christian Coleman in the 100. So Christian Coleman has him beat by 1, but that's not that much for a guy that's a 100-meter specialist. This is a guy, Christian Coleman is a 100-meter specialist.
It take a moment to realize that Colin got Rufus out.
Hey.
Appreciate you, Anya. Appreciate you, Anya, Mark. Appreciate you.
Hey, listen.
Right,
Hey, you want to know something? And this is
What?
scary. Noah Lyles ran 986 at a time when his PB was only like 667.
Shit.
That was PR 651. And he's coming off an American record.
I'm telling you right now. And I don't want nobody jumping out the window. Because I still have too much respect for 19.19. When it's all said and done, we're going to see the second fastest time ever running the 200 meters.
Oh, yeah, hands down. Oh, hell yeah.
We're going to see him get dangerously close. I give him, respectfully, 19.22, 19.23 in Budapest. I give him that.
You say 1923?
1923, 1922. People don't understand. He's one of the few
I can go
people.
with that 23. I can go with that 23. I'm
like,
not even kidding. I can.
He's one of those few people that when you see them run different events, it all makes sense when you put it together.
Mm-hmm.
You know how sometimes you watch runs like, yo, dude, why? Like, for example, we all know this. This time of the year, the Jamaicans, they tend to run the quarter. Asafa Parr ran the quarter. Asafa Parr ran 45.9. Johan Blake ran the quarter. I think he ran 46.3. Bolt ran the quarter. He ran 45 point. But you see how it doesn't correlate. Like, why are we doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the end goal of that? But with Noah Lyles, you can see the purpose and how it's all going to fit together. Yes, he wants the world record. I know that. But I'm just not going to hand him Bolt's world record because Bolt's world record is something that is ridiculous. Like, we have to respect what 19.19. And let me go on and say this right, because I was thinking about this when you sent out the link, right? If Noah Lyles breaks the world record, and I know I'm about to catch his heat in the group, and that's fine. I can take it this Sunday. I'm a same race here. If he breaks Bolt's record, it won't be as impressive as when Bolt broke the record.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do I mean? When Bolt broke the record,
Noah breaks the.
If Noah breaks the 200 meter world record, it won't be as impressive as when Bolt did it. Here's why. Go back and go watch the sequence. Yeah. Bolt set the world record, and that was his fourth 200 meter race at the championships.
Bolt should have ran 18.9. So
that was his eighth. Remember, that was his eighth race.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I've been an advocate of bringing back the 4 rounds. Because now we're gonna see what you're really made of. And so for me, even though the world record would be impressive, if I had to rank whose world record was more impressive, I would say Bolt, only because he had to do it with 8 races under his belt.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he got tore up in the 4x1 on the third leg. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why he got tore up on that third leg in Berlin, because he was tired. Mm-hmm. He was wore out. He was done, baby. He was done. So I go with that. So it's gonna be interesting. 651. Noah Lyles is gonna run 6'4". U.S. Championships in Albuquerque.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going 6'4". Yeah.
And the one thing that Noah Lyles has been great at doing is when he says, "I'm going to do that," shit, he damn near undefeated at that. And right now, his mindset is already, his mindset is, I'm going to run 6'4" and I'm going to win U.S. Indoor Nationals.
Think about this for a second. If because Marvin has a tendency of running one race, then going to indoors and running 641 and 642. So we can't count Marvin.
We're gonna go ahead and put this out there right now on race day. Don't look for Marvin inside at all.
Okay.
It's the possibilities and the probability of seeing more embracing indoors right now is now I'm just saying, don't hold me to it. I'm just saying it's very, very slim. I mean, and even Marvin already came out and said, why? It's like, hey, until I get my contract situated, I ain't really, you know, so, but yeah. I'm not even counting him too much for indoors.
Right. I don't know who all is the top 60
Indoors
guys.
is over after 2 weeks, pretty much.
Exactly.
There's no world championship. It's USA in 2 weeks, that's it. So you're definitely not seeing him.
He ain't gonna show up.
Yeah, so Marvin's not gonna show. All right, so you know, it's no honestly, Trayvon, you know I love you. It's his race to lose, man. It's Noah's race to lose. And the last thing you want to do is give a guy like him confidence. Because Coach Glantz, the great Harvey Glantz, told me this once before. Once you let somebody beat you, they can always think they can beat you, man. Mm-hmm. And once they got that in their mind, you're going to have a fight on your hands every time you step on the track.
Every time you step on the track with them now.
Right. Every time you step on the track with them, the next time you step on the track with them, you got to beat them so bad that they got to rethink their whole entire life. You give them an inch to beat you, ain't no coming back, man. Ain't no coming back.
Let me go out there before I let Colin tackle that question that somebody just asked. Let me jump on this limb then. Yeah, I know I like being on them crouching tiger, hidden dragon limbs, to where it's just like a filter. It's like you gotta balance on it. The probability and possibility of Noah winning the 100-meter dash this summer at the U.S. Championships. Forget making the top team or making the number 4 spot because we got to buy. The probabilities and possibilities of him actually winning. Where do y'all stand with that?
Let's wait until Fred runs.
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry. I was getting ready for that next question. So
the probability and possibility of Noah actually winning the 100-meter dash at the USA Championships.
I have to so if I'm giving it an actual percentage wise right now, and so keep in mind, as an analyst that does updates nearly weekly, this number will change weekly. So where I'm at right now, this is where what I would say. I'd say before I saw this race, the probability of him winning the 100 at USA's, and I'm assuming that Fred still runs it because he still wants to win the US title. I'm assuming that. Mm-hmm. I would say his possibility of winning it probably would have been at 15%. I'd say that's probably fair. I've probably thought 15% before this race. Now, after this race, I'd say his probability's at 27, 28%, maybe somewhere around there. I don't think he's the favorite.
It's on NBC now. You know it's on NBC.
Yeah, Ray, I'm not taking your damn NBC take. You're not getting me with that. But I do think that he'll be top 4 for sure. I think he'll be, after seeing that, I think he's definitely top 4. But winning it, I need to just see a little bit more before I give you even more than winning. But he's definitely a lot better than I thought.
What did you think?
I'm gonna wait until Fred runs. I'm gonna wait until Fred runs. Because what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna bet against Fred on any level until we see otherwise. So Fred is still the dark horse. Now, knowing Fred, because Fred loves trash talk, all it's gonna take for somebody to say the wrong thing to him on Twitter, and he's gonna say, "No, I'm gonna run all the rounds." You already know that. You already know what it is. Now, Fred can run the 100. Well, see, Fred's the type of guy, right, to go out there, run the first round, drop 971, and say, "Yeah, let me just remind y'all who holds the crown," and then go focus on the 200. Mm-hmm. So do Noah? I see Noah second. Second. You can't listen. He got something that you can't coach, man. That top end.
He actually does.
No, think about this. Think about this. On every level, when he wasn't mentally going through whatever, from when he made the finals in high school, and his finish was just like that top end, man. That's something, man. That's one of the things that you're born with, man. Oof, oof.
I'm gonna
Man.
say it like this. I'm gonna go out on that limb and say I think the probability and possibilities of him winning is, as I've been sitting here analyzing and thinking about it, I think it's higher than what y'all think. I think the probability and possibility of him winning is actually extremely high.
Ray, which is earlier,
Hold on.
30 seconds ago, you were saying he has zero chance of making the team. Now you're saying his chance of winning, if he wins it. Ray, wait, real quick. Ray, did you know, Coach, I think we got to give a history, we got to give a lesson to Ray. Ray, did you know if you win the 100 meters at USA's, you make the team? Did you know that? Because it doesn't sound like you do. Because you have them not making the team early.
I know how it works. I'm telling y'all, Colin, per usual, you gave me some information. You gave me some insight, you know. Then, Coach, y'all give me insight. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Let me think about this in the midst of it, in real time. Let me think about it. Because y'all giving me some information. I'm analyzing it. Here's why I think he could actually pull it off. Last year, Fred watching the show, everybody watching it. Last year, Fred should have lost. Marvin Bracey should have won that race. Okay? Marvin Bracey should have won that race. Marvin Bracey lost that race. Fred won it because Marv lost. So let's just do it. Let's just go there. Let's go hypotheticals. Hypothetically speaking, Marvin can run 6'4", right? Noah is shooting for 6'4". So if Noah Lyles can hit Marvin Bracey's 6'4" area and they both at 6'4", now you play hypothetical with that same scenario. If you give Noah Lyles that same ground that Marvin did last year on Fred, does Fred catch Noah now? Because he caught Marvin. We all saw it. Does Fred catch Noah? The answer to that is no. He don't catch him. And that's Noah last year. That's 19-3 Noah last year. So now if I got to sit here and take it in, it's like, well, shit, man, if Noah Brown can get to the 60 and 6'4", which is essentially where they at, it's the same thing he did with Trayvon. Yeah, Trayvon had a step, but Noah was right next to him at 30. Noah Brown comes up next to you out your drive phase, you're in trouble. You were literally in trouble. Now we just saw that. Yeah, that's a 60. So now I gotta look at it like, okay, well, shit. If Noah is at 6'4" and he's in the race now, what happens that last 40? That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm going off of Noah Lyles' track history, no, he couldn't. But if I'm going off of Noah Lyles just from New Balance and just being a 200-meter dash record holder, shit, it's very possible because guess what? If he next to y'all at 60,
bro.
I mean, who gonna run with him besides Fred?
So Noah doesn't have to run the 200 at USA's.
No.
Fred doesn't have to run the 100 at USA's.
And that's the other thing I'm throwing into the pot. Now, what if Lance plan is to actually win the 100-meter dash championship? If Lance is the plan to win the 100-meter dash championship, Coach Bromell, you think he can't pull that off with Noah, knowing he ain't gonna run no 200s?
Well, he's going to. Because
I mean,
who cares about winning? Like
championships, because you don't have to. Let's just say Coach Brumman says, "I'm about to show y'all, damn it, I'm the best." Okay, I got the American record in 100, the American record in 200. Now I'm about to go ahead and take this 200-meter runner and go take him down to the 100 where y'all thought he couldn't do, but he was okay with. And now I'm about to make him win USA championships just prove a point. I think that shit could happen. If that was their plan. If that's not the plan, then it ain't going to happen. But if that's the plan, shit, it's very possible. I mean, you can't just dismiss it. But if the plan is just be a great 200-meter runner, I see him getting fourth at USA's. That's all I'm saying. But if they say we want the title, shit, man.
Let me tell you, look, if people don't think the way the Tokyo trials didn't play a factor in his motivation. I mean, he got curb stomped, bro, at the Olympic trials in the 100.
Who?
Noah Lyles. You think that's not playing in the back of his head? Look, Noah Lyles is going to be if Noah Lyles has went on record. I think I'm not mistaken, Colin. You asked him this. Was it you? I believe. Is he going to do the double?
Yeah, I asked him that.
And his answer was yes, right?
Yeah, it said his confidence is sky high right now. It's even higher than it was before, and it was already really high.
Yeah, man. Yo, look, if he is going to be a force in the 100, he's going to make the team. If Fred decides not to run the 100 at USA's and focus on the 200, he is going to legitimately.
Fred ain't gonna do that.
Huh?
Fred ain't gonna do that.
But I mean, Fred doesn't have to. Fred's not going to run. Mm-hmm. It don't make no sense for Fred to go out there and run friggin' 6 rounds. Know that he doesn't have to. You know.
But what I would say is, you don't, because I'm trying to think in the mind of these two athletes. Because I remember.
Not to cut y'all off, but I think Fred is focused on the 2-4.
Not the 4. I said the 2.
Well, no, I think he focused on the 2-4 this year. Hold on, let me.
That would be extremely surprising to me that he wouldn't do the 100.
I'll be shocked too.
Because he's definitely going to do the 100 at the Olympics because he wants to get the Olympic gold.
Well, no, I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about this year.
Yeah, and we also know what's going on. Never mind.
Yeah.
That stuff's important. That stuff's important.
Right.
And if I'm those people, that stuff's important to me. So I feel that he is not doing the 2-4.
No, that's what he wants. I'm trying to find exactly when he said it. And the reason being is because in order for if I remember correctly, it was on the phone. He wants to be on the 4x4. He wants to be on the 4x4. He wants the 400-meter record. Yeah, he wants the 400-meter record. Yeah, now it's replaying back in my mind, you know what I'm saying, the conversation we had. So, no. Noah has a better shot because I don't think Fred is going to actually be, because he ain't got to do the 100. But he do want that 400-meter record, and he wants to be on the 4x4 because if I'm quoting him correctly when we talked, he wanted to be on the 4x4 at Worlds and Tokyo, but they didn't let him. So he wants to go and do the 4. And
which is crazy.
Fred mind is always on breaking records. When he talks, that's all he talks about. Like, I'm going to break the 400-meter record so he can come on a relay. Bruh! First of all, why you ain't on a period is a question. Well, we
right. Right.
So,
right. Let me be very, very, very clear. Okay? And I know we got people from USATF who watches this. Okay? And I'm going to say it, and if I offend you, I don't care. Today's the Lord's Day. He will forgive me.
Baby Jesus got you.
I do not understand the mindset and the thought process that goes behind the relay selection. Like, y'all are so ridiculously incompetent. And I say that respectfully. There is no way Fred Cushing come to me and say, hey, I want to run them both for you. Okay, cool.
Done.
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 It's like Allison Felix. Dude, they didn't have to hunt Allison Felix down.
You got to run.
You know what I'm saying?
They flew her back from vacation.
Right. They didn't have to hunt her
in the
down.
middle of vacation, they flew her back.
Right. So why is it that people like Fred, 4x4, people like Grant Holloway, listen, don't play with that boy with that stick in his hands. You become a whole different animal when you got the baton in your hand. Okay? You got people like name another person, man. Name another person who should
Shrika Jackson, people saying that.
Like, bro, like there's a certain people we shouldn't even have the discussion about. If they want to run on the 4x4, then guess what? Fred Curley is And I'm gonna say it. And those who are the Michael Norman apologists, I'm sorry. You can apologize to yourself. I'm not hearing you. Fred Curley's the best quarter mile in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no slight to Champion because Champion is still young. Champion's still getting his feet wet. You know, what you do in college is one thing. What you do when you're professional is another. So we got to give Champion his grace. We got to give him his time to develop and understand how to tackle the elite level. So let's give him grace. You know what I'm saying? They done sat Randolph down for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So right now, the two best quarter miles is a 400 hurdler and a 400 meter runner who really doesn't want to run the quarter. He wants to go back to the 100.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Norman. So this thing where we debating if Fred should be running. As long as Fred isn't beat up from the 4x1 and because there's a reason why he asks on Twitter, what's the craziest double? I said the 4-1 double.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about Fred is crazy enough to try it.
Oh, man, listen. Right now, his repertoire is open up in the 200, go break the 400-meter record, and then come back to the 100. That's what his mindset at. Now, I want to give y'all this, and then we got to get into this college track and field before we get too late.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, this is what was told to me, allegedly that they're working on for the track meet in LA. 3 different teams. One team has Marvin, Trey, Coleman, and Elijah Hall. The other team has Noah, Arian, Kenny, Fred. The other team that they're thinking about,
the strength.
Hold on, they got one more. Hold on.
Okay.
Rye, Grant, Devin Allen, Trey Cunningham.
That's a 4x1?
Yeah. Yeah. So they got the meet. They got the meet in Bermuda on the 20th, and then they got the meet in LA. So apparently this is what they're.
It's going to be the most expensive relay race there's ever been.
Huh?
That's going to be the most expensive relay race ever.
But guess
there
what?
ain't no way you're getting all 8 of them, all 16 of them.
But we need it.
According to my sources, they've all agreed. Like all those athletes have agreed to do it.
Yeah, they agree until the agents got to agree.
Yeah, that way.
All right. The athletes will agree to a lot. The agents are the ones that got to agree.
That type of relay, though, who wins that relay?
4x1?
Yeah.
Repeat the first and second team.
Marvin, Trey, Christian Coleman, Elijah Hill.
That team wins.
Versus Noah, Arian, Kenny, Fred.
Yeah, first team wins.
Second team wins all day long. Second team wins, sir. They asked me the same question. I said, "Oh no, second team wins all day long, sir. Second team wins. Second team wins all day long. 10 times.
Why?
Give me hold on. Give me that second team order again.
Oh, it ain't the order. It's just who's on it. Like,
no, give me the second team. Give me the second team members again.
Second team, you got Noah Lyles. You got Arian Knighton. You got pretty much all your 200 stars. So pretty much if you think about it, it's 100 stars versus 200 meter stars. Because then you got Kenny and Fred on that relay. So you got Kenny, Fred, Noah, Arian.
Okay. So where do you run Arian? Because everything's going to be about order placement.
Mm-hmm. If they put Arian.
Yeah, who's your starter in that?
If you put Arian at first.
Arian? You're going to have Arian going up against Christian Coleman for the start.
You damn right I am. You damn right
I got the first. Hey, if that's the order, I got the first team. If that's the order, I got the first team.
You got Arian up against Christian Coleman.
Damn right I am. You know why? Because Christian Coleman going to die at 80. And everything going to close and make up the ground. And so then if I got him there, I'm going to get a stick to Noah on the backstretch. Okay? I got to get a stick to Noah. I can get a stick to Fred on the backstretch. That's going to neutralize.
Look,
whoever back there on the backstretch has got neutralized.
You run Fred second.
No. I run Fred second. That's fine.
Run Noah last.
Team A got starters on the backstretch. Y'all in trouble. So now I'm going to put Kenny on the curve. Come on, it's a 200-meter runner.
Elijah on the curve too. Don't act like he didn't eat. Elijah ate on that curve.
He did. But you act like he just gonna eat up Kenny though. He's not.
He will.
And at the end, I gotta give it the stick to Noah versus.
I'm with you, Colin.
Who you gonna put on? Okay,
Bro.
You got Marvin. I love Marv. I know you watching. Shout out to Marv. Marv couldn't even catch goddamn on the Canadian. So we know that ain't gonna work. Okay? 200-meter runner strength. It ain't gonna work. You gonna put Trayvon, Christian, either one of them out the hole, which is fine. That backstretch gonna kill you because all of y'all are starters. So nobody.
But your start's gonna kill you because all of y'all are backstretch runners.
But then guess what? They backstretch runners and curve
And if you
runners.
leave the baton at the start, it don't matter how fast you is.
Now,
You got
other point.
fighting.
Other point.
Hey,
Knuckleheads, sprint people, they gonna bop the stick too.
Just to give y'all a little memory, flash down.
And them ain't going to hurt a group. Tell you that.
Hey, just to give y'all a flash down memory lane, Christian Coleman did run second leg in the prelims in Brazil.
He did.
And Christian Coleman ran second leg while at Tennessee.
All right, y'all. Give us a comment because we need to switch over to college. Who wins, the 100-meter runners, the 200-meter runners, or the hurtlers? Look at the hurtlers.
Hey, y'all better not sleep on Rod Benjamin, yo. Rod Benjamin's a dog, man.
Listen, Rod, everything on great on a relay. Come on, it ain't like them hurtlers, and then Trey ain't slow.
Now, if they were doing a race where it was like 100, 200, 300, 400, then the hurdlers win that race, I think. If it was 1, 2, 3, 4, I feel the hurdlers win that race.
Shit, somebody say the hurdlers get second in this one.
Yeah, that's cap. Now, who said that? Who said that? No, I got to find that comment.
The hurdlers will get second.
Aaron Brown? Nah, E Diamonds, you smoking that dookie. Get out of here, man. You in the NCAA, you know you can't be smoking like that. Nah, Aaron Brown, get out of here. That's crazy. The hurdlers are not winning that relay.
Hey, look, I mean, see, using track and field. This is all we need to have this, make this happen. Make it happen because now we want to see, like, well, could the hurdlers pull out? Personally, if you ask me, I'm gonna go 200-meter people, and then I'm gonna go 100-meter people respectfully. But it ain't like the hurdlers won't be there. If they bobble a baton and the hurdlers don't, it's over with.
Bro, they won't be there. You have two 400-meter runners in that relay. How in the hell? You have two 400-meter relays on that relay. You got an NFL player on that dang relay. And then you got two people that ain't never ran in the 100. What is this? What's this?
Play on now.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have to reconsider that hurdle relay. I would have to reconsider the members of that team.
That's a good team, though.
Good team for who?
In the 4x1? In the 4x4, that's a great team.
They can run well, but I mean, I'm
talking about for a hurdle race, though. Like for
hurdlers, they'll do well for hurdlers. Yes, but they ain't beating no 1 and 2 guys. They're not.
Terrence Bromell, was he not one of the best damn relay people we've ever seen?
Well, do you have him on this relay?
I'm just saying he was a hurdler.
No, I'm asking about those 4. Yes, because I know there are hurdlers that are great in relay. Yes, like we said, Grant Holloway, you put him on the stick, he's going to give you a respectable leg. All these people will give you respectable legs. But then you got a bunch of people that are specialists in those events going up against them. Can't do it.
I'm glad they put that comment because the message that I got, he's actually one of the people that's an option. Daniel Roberts was an option. So, oh, I like this relay right here. That's the one that'll win right there. That's it right there. That's the one. That one right there is the one that you put that right. You put that four together.
We're talking about college, not Ray.
It's over with.
Yeah. Might as well do Ray. We might do Allen to Weitzman to Trey to coach while we at it. Like we might win. Come on.
Hey.
Yeah. Something that was interesting before we do that at Boston, they had a mixed 4x2 relay for like high school kids. It was so interesting. I'd never seen it before. Mixed
Like
4x2. Yeah, boy, girl. Mixed 4x2 relay. That's all I had to say. It was interesting, but yeah.
I have to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
Where do you rank that facility?
I say it is the second best facility I have ever been to in my entire life, indoors and outdoors, only behind Eugene. It is amazing, especially for a fan. Like for a fan, it doesn't get much better. Like it is made for fans. The entire, and because I also take in what's outside the track. They got restaurants, they got bars, they serve alcohol at this event, which they don't serve at any other track meets. Like they do this very, very well. And I gotta give it kudos. I highly if you can take your kids to that Boston track, I would. I think BU is faster. I'll admit BU is faster, but the facility is nicer at Boston.
I got one question.
Yeah.
Do they have a warm-up area that's conducive for every?
Oh, yes. They have a 150-meter track on the other side. That's only for athletes. Yep, it's really good.
Yeah.
Anson to Colin to Ray to coach. That time. Are we going sub 50 with that team?
Hell yeah, we going sub 50. Shit. 49, 99, 97.
Oh, yeah, actually, Sidious Mag versus Race. That would actually kind of be fire. Sidious Mag relay versus Race Take relay.
It actually would be. You know what? That would be a decent. Hey. Coach, get your ass in shape. It's time. Bring the spice back out. Colin, it's not a pole ball we passing. This is a stick, not.
I did the 4x4 in college, man. My first medal was in relay.
Hey, all right. So, what them people wanted to know about that LSU versus Texas, how you feel? Because I want to chime in on that too.
For college women,
yep.
Right now, I think there's a clear top three. It's Texas, Florida, which I think are the clear top two, and then the third one is Arkansas, and then I think it's a huge drop after that for the women. Texas, Florida, Arkansas. I think Arkansas has an outside chance. The only reason I even give them kind of a chance is because of Britton Wilson, but their distance, because their distance team is very talented. They do really well because they have a ton of people. They have the biggest team by far, and they won't win a ton of races, but they're going to come in 4th, 5th, and 6th in a lot of races.
That's a lot.
Like they score in almost, I think 2 years ago, they scored in like every single event, like outdoors. Like they score a lot. But I think it's going to be a fight between Texas and Florida. It's going to come down to Julian Alfred making sure she does win the 60. Will she be able to do the 200?
She looking good.
And then Talitha Diggs. It's going to come down. Really, it's how are your stars going to perform? Is Talitha Diggs how's she going to do in the 60, 200, 400? If she's going to do all three of those, and then Julian Alfred, what can she do anything outside the 60? She did the 4x4 before, so I'm excited. Once again, the women's NCAA is more exciting to me right now than the men's side of stuff. They're doing great stuff, man.
So, for the first time, I may agree with Colin.
Thank you.
Damn. Let me get
Thank you, please.
Okay. The only reason why I'm agreeing with Colin on this because we still have not seen Grace Starks run yet.
Or Aaliyah Armstrong. Neither of them have run the 60 hurdles.
So, and we're gonna keep it. Let's keep it the top three that you mentioned because I got LSU at 4.
Yeah, they're not
right.
winning.
Yeah, they're not winning. I got them at 4. And I got, for some odd reason, I got the sneaky Texas A&M sneaking up into the top 5. They always find a way. For some reason they find a way. I have no issue with Texas being number 1. You know what I'm saying? I think they need more quality depth in that 60. I think they need another body. I think they need another body in that 60. The 200, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. The 200. What surprised me was the young girl, Rashida. Did she move up to the quarter?
I don't know. She's
She ran the 1 and 2, right?
She's number 2 in the 200. She's number 10 in the 60, and she's number 1 in the 400.
Damn.
Yeah, 50. Like, bro, the 50. If you saw the video, the 50.45. I haven't seen a quarter mile look that easy since Baylor was running the quarter mile. Bro, it looked effortless, and you would not imagine that they was 5,500 feet above sea level. Normally you lay down on the ground begging for air and asthma pumps.
Mm-hmm.
She looks good. However, because I know Coach Holloway is watching, I am
That's
not
great, Mouse.
right. I am not going to put. I'm not going to put Talitha under anybody until someone knocks the queen off. But it's going to be, let me tell you something, that 400 meters in the young girl from USC, that final, if they set the finals up correctly, that 400-meter finals down in Albuquerque is going to be something to watch.
Don't forget Kennedy Simon now in Texas. Don't forget her.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Texas have somebody jump 45 feet?
Yes. So right now it's a freshman too. So it's a 1-2 is swapped in long jump and triple jump when it comes to the freshman from Texas. I can't remember her name. Let me go pull it up right now. Here it is. It's Akila Smith, freshman. She jumped 673 in the long jump. Jasmine Moore jumped 664. And then Jasmine Moore jumped 1444 in the triple. And then Akila has jumped 1392 in the triple. So it's like those two kind of back and forth. So if you can sneak something from Jasmine, which is saying a lot, like sneaking Jasmine, she hasn't lost in over a year. That'd be impressive.
That's going to be the meet to watch.
Which one? NCs or SECs?
That one.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're at Arkansas.
Yeah. Is that Arkansas?
That's going to be the one to watch.
The winner of SECs is the winner of the NCAA championship. So I don't even know why. We can just cancel the NCAA championship because we know who's going to win it the week before.
Team or individual?
Shoot, both for most of this stuff.
For most of it, yeah.
I mean, for team, at least for the women, whoever wins SEC, the top two for the SEC for the women. Shoot, the top 3 in SEC for the women are going to be the top 3 in the national.
I really think Texas is going to have. Texas is going to fire. They have to fire on all cylinders, and they can't afford to miss. Their stars are going to have to star. If you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Baby girl can't go out there, been dropping. She done broke the collegiate record twice. She can't go out there and lay an egg. But the beautiful thing about her situation is, I don't see anyone close to her in the 60. So it's literally her race to lose. It is her race to lose.
Texas is in the SEC next year. My bad.
Yeah,
I forgot Texas is in the SEC this year. I thought they were. I forgot.
No, they're not coming over to 2025. They announced that they're not going to leave. They're not going to leave the Big 12 early because
I thought they were already in it.
That payout's ridiculous. The payout's ridiculous.
That was on me. I thought they were in there already.
The season they started playing. I thought they had already made that switch.
So let me ask you: do Texas have any top 10 ranked women hurdlers in the 60?
Let me pull it up. 60-meter hurdlers for Texas. The best hurdler they have, they're not even in the top 20.
Okay. What about the 800-meter crew? Because they tend to have good middle distance guys. I know Coach Metcalf is now the new distance coach there. What about the 815?
They're not in the top 20 for the 800 either. They're sprint heavy this year. They're the 60, 200, 400, just like Florida did it last year.
Okay. So we can't even sit back and say, well, you can't win with just sprints because Florida proved that they can. So it's gonna be interesting. You know, Mouse is gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they're gonna perform. It's gonna be a battle, but Florida has to figure out what they're gonna do with that short sprint area.
Yep. They're gonna have to decide for Talitha Diggs. She's gonna have to make a huge decision on does she want to go just for like an individual like goal, like, hey, do I want to set like a record, or do I want to make sure that I can give my team the best chance to win a national championship? Because like if she wants to give her team the best chance to win a national championship, you got to do all three. You got to do the 60, 200, 400 because she can score in all those events. But if you do all three, you're not going to like break a 400-meter national record because you're doing too much. So I'm wondering which way that's going to go. Because if she decides she's doing all three of those events, I feel plus the 4x4, I feel really good about Florida.
Hey, and let's not forget, Florida has that little distance girl.
Is that what they're talking about?
She hasn't ran though. She hasn't ran in indoors though.
She hasn't ran yet?
She hasn't ran in indoors yet. She only did cross. She hasn't run in indoors yet. That's why. That's another reason I gotta wait to see that. Two of their big stars with Grace Starks and Colby hasn't ran yet.
And Kayla Davis hasn't ran yet either.
Parker Valby, that's it. Thank you all in the game. Appreciate it.
It's gonna be interesting.
One real quick on Julian Alfred. Out of the top 10 60-meter NCAA races of all time, how many of those top 5 times do you think are hers?
You got to be at least 2 now for sure.
Got to be 3.
Oh, last year, yeah.
Incorrect. All 5.
Damn.
Now it gets crazier. Out of all 5 of those top 5s, how many do you think come from this season?
2.
See, I'm thinking about sub 7-10. I'm forgetting about that. I was gonna say 3.
I'll help you out. It's all 5.
So even last year, so her fast, even though she set the collegiate record last year, it's slower than what she ran this year.
All 5 of the times she's ran this year. I just saw someone post a tweet of that. Let me pull it up.
Damn.
Yeah, she's got the best. This is the best season in the 60 we've ever seen. What
For
she's doing.
Woman.
Damn.
Yeah, for one woman, yeah.
Wait.
She's ran. Look. This is what she's done.
Of the top fastest collegiate 60.
Let me tell you what she's done. So just this past weekend, she did 7:00 and 7:05, and then last weekend, that's 2. Then last weekend she did 7:02 and 7:05, and then where was it? Oh no, sorry, it's only 4. It's 4 of the 5 because she's only raced 4 times. so it's 4 of the 5,
right, so
and then when she races a 5th time, she's gonna have all 5. So it's 4 of the 5 because she's only raced 4 times. But yeah, she's incredible. She's putting up an incredible season right now.
That's what you call consistency. Like literally, like I can put my money on you when it comes time to run the 60-meter dash. Like that's consistency. They're like, damn, like no, every time I run, you already know what's gonna happen. That's beautiful though. That's beautiful. That's actually
Every
scary.
time.
That's scary as hell. Cause that says this is what my body does. Like no matter what, this is what my body will give you. Damn.
Let's think about this for a second. Ain't nobody peaking the run right now. She's still in heavy training. How do I know? Because the strength coach was at Iowa State with me as an athlete.
Say about Julian right now, Julian
different.
And I'm not disrespecting anything that Leah Hobbs doing. Julian's runs look powerful. Fast.
She looks stronger.
She just in beast mode coming down the track. Like,
and NCAAs is going to be on her home track. Outdoors? Come on now. Woo-wee. That record going down, Coach.
What record? The 100 record?
That 100 record. Nah. After what we're seeing right now?
Nah.
After what we're seing right now,
yo,
it's going to be on her
what we
home
not
track.
going to do. We not
her home track.
Listen, it took.
But
Colin, it took 30 years for someone to break that record. You mean to tell me that joint gonna get broken in 5?
Yes, because we didn't
4.
have Julian Alfred running in 30. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go that far.
What did Sha'Carri do indoors that year?
Here's why I'm saying you can't have it, Colin,
She didn't
because
do nothing. She didn't even win.
She made the final.
The reason why
Made the
Sha'Carri
final.
was able to hit that 10-7, it wasn't because of her start. It was because of her last 30. Remember, we talked about that. She found a gear from somewhere that didn't exist that we didn't know of, and she went 10-7. Hold on, I got some splits for y'all. I got some times. Shout out to our boy Nate. He just gave them to us. So Julian Alfred's 60-meter splits in New Mexico Collegiate Classic, she went 4:13 to the 30, 287 from the 30 to the 60. Her 50 to 60 was 0.095. MLK Invitational, she went 4.14 for 702. And her 30 to 60 was 288. Her 50 to 60 was 0.96. And last year, this is interesting, at 2022 NCAA Division I Indoor Championships, her 30 was 414. Her 30 to 60 was 290. And then her 50 to 60 was 0.96. So she's already moving faster now than she did last year at the NCAA Championships. And she went 704 there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Nat for that quick stat. Oh, shit. Here's why I won't give her the record then. Because of that. That's nice and consistent. That's strong. That's powerful. That's very powerful. But if you add 0.95, 50 to 60, in order for you to go that 10-7, that 0.95 has to stay there. Or you got to go down even faster. You got to drop a little bit.
And remember, women can only hold their max velocity for what? About 15 meters?
15 more meters. So because of that, I'm like, she could go 11, 10, 9. But if you plan on hitting them 7s and 60s, that's 60 to 100, you got to find a whole nother gill.
I will give her. Oh wait, her PB is 1081.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her PB is 1081.
Yeah. She can run 10-7. I'm just showing respect to Sha'Carri's record. You know what I'm saying?
We also have to show respect to Julian Alfred.
We are. No one's disrespecting her.
She's breaking that record.
So you think she's gonna get it?
Yes. Yes. Because how many races does she have at Texas?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to see, Kylie, because you're gonna have to show me some frequency. She's strong. She's strong as hell. She's strong.
I'm wondering how many times is she going to be racing at home next year? That's my big question.
Texas relays, but she's only going to probably run the relays because they're coming up to NCs.
I tell you what, if she go to Texas relays and goes under 11, she's gonna break that record at NCs.
She'll probably break it at Texas because she breaks records early.
If she breaks the record at Texas relays, I'm gone. You're not gonna go ahead and run on damn 10-7. I'm not gonna. No. But if she go to Texas relays and goes 10 anything, I'm gonna say then the record gone. I'm gonna say it's gone then. 11-0, and no. She go there and run 10 anything legal, it's over with. Now, I tell you what, if it gets windy and she can get a windy 10-7, it's for surely gone then. Because she's gonna come back and mimic
now
that.
You know that wind gonna be blowing.
I know that's why I said that. They're like, well, shit, now if she get a windy 10-7, she's sure enough gonna get it come time for NCs.
She's racing at home 4 times outdoors.
What meet are they holding?
Longhorn Invitational, March 4th.
Oh, that's for
Texas.
That's for the school. Yeah, that's for the schools who don't have indoor. Yeah, Texas is putting on something for them to get the rate.
So they're not. She's not running at that.
No.
Then 3 of them. So Texas Relays, March 29th. Then the Texas Invitational on April 29th.
Yeah.
And then NCAA Championship. So she's going to have plenty and she's also going to be running at Oregon. Or no, maybe that's a distance runner. There's Oregon Twilight on May 5th. I don't know if she's going to be at that one because I know that that's like a distance race. So I don't know if she'd be doing that one, but bro.
Doubt it.
Oh no, I want to answer this question real fast. I want to answer this question real fast. I'm gonna answer it by saying no disrespect. I'm just, it's Ray's take. I'm gonna answer it by saying Makai Briscoe. I'm gonna answer it by my best friend, Mary Beth. That's how I'm gonna answer that question. Like, yeah, you can do all you want to in that 60. You can lower it down and keep going. You still got 40 more to go. it don't matter. It don't matter. By that logic, last year Makai Briscoe should have went. It's just somebody that extra 40. Sometimes that should be. It's different. We've seen it from time and time again. Like, how many male and female? It's just something about like what is happening from that 60 to that 100 to where you're improving in your first 60, but it's not matching up at all on that back end. So
but
yeah,
she's proven she can do the 100 though.
Huh?
But she's proven that she can do the 100 though.
Well, no. I'm just answering this question. I'm not saying Julia can't. I'm just answering this question like, because they're like, well, how can she? Well, I mean, hell, it's very possible. Like, a lot of people can do that, and that don't mean that they're going to do it outside the 100. I'm not saying Julian can't. I'm just answering that question in that form, like, oh, well, it's very possible, So it's not guaranteed just because she's took her 60 times down that she's automatically going to run a fast 100 now. It just don't work that way. It just don't. I mean, but right now I'm gonna go with her. It's 50-50 to me. Like, if she break it, I'd be like, okay. If she didn't break it but got close, I'd be okay. Like, it wouldn't shock me. Put it that way. It would not shock me if she came out there and broke the Collegiate record. Do I think she's gonna do it? No. Again, because I'm just hanging on to that vision of when I saw Sha'Carri when she did. It was like race, buy again. So I don't know.
Her PR in the 200 is 22:46 with a 1.2 wind, right? She ran 22:56 indoors in February.
Fuck.
The beautiful thing about this conversation is that we have to show respect to the strength and conditioning staff, the training staff, and Flo for keeping that girl healthy, because that's how you get better. When you don't have to miss time from training, and the way she's determined. I saw that flow track training session. They all do this, and we all do the same stuff, which is crazy. Everyone does the same stuff. But to watch how focused and locked in, the attention to detail, Flo didn't have to repeat himself more than one time to her, and she got it right. And that makes a big difference, man. And she's gonna shine. I think she's gonna do something well. I think she's gonna do something really, really crazy. 900. Like I said, man, Sha'Carri ran 10-7, man, and it took 30 years for that record to be broken. Not even 30. It took more than 30 years for that record to be broken.
Is she good enough to be a contender at Worlds?
She's good enough to make the finals.
Yeah, she could make a final. Be a contender. There's not many people that I got contending for a 100 this year.
If we go by the letter of the law and she's in the finals, then yes, she is a contender if we look at it from that perspective.
That's respectable.
But
she's a contender for the top.
Last I checked, Mommy Rocket is still running. She still got a full tank of gas.
She's a contender but they ain't contender for the top 3, guys. It's still a lot.
Okay.
What is good for her? What's helpful for her though is she doesn't have to do trials or anything like that. She's already locked in. She's good.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to do nothing. So that's something
she can run one round.
That's what I'm saying.
She can run one round. She probably run the 200 and not even take the 200-meter spot because she already said she's not doing the 200 this year. Mm-hmm. She's not doing the 200 at the championship. She's going to do 200 periodically, but she's only doing the 100 at Worlds. That woman ran 21.8 at age 36, bro.
I was actually talking to a few, like at the track meet, how I think we're at the beginning of a new era of just athletics across the board, of how if you looked at literally any other sport, athletes, when they hit their mid-30s, you're done. Mm-hmm. Like, it just doesn't, you don't see it happen. But now, look at other sports. You had Tom Brady, who was playing in his 40s. You have LeBron James, who is going to be playing in his 40s. Mm-hmm. You had, in our sport, Justin Gatlin, who could have ran sub 10 at 40 if he decided to run this year. You have Mike Rogers, who's been running forever. You have Mommy Rocket, who's been running forever. So I think we're entering this new era of where sports science has picked up. So athletes' careers are extending longer than we normally have. It used to be, if you were a sprinter, the second you hit 28, you're done. You can't do jack diddly after 28. And now it's like, you might be able to run till 38 if you're good enough.
Unless you live for Christie.
But it's like that. We're in this new era now where it's just like athlete, like what you thought was old 10 years ago. Yeah, that ain't old anymore. Y'all can keep running.
It's places like New Balance. It's the technology. It's understanding just what you just said. If I can go over here to this place and I get on this force plate and they can tell me your left leg isn't doing the same as your right leg. So now what that does is that allows you to go back and fix that where 10, 15 years ago, you can't fix that. So now you're just consistently tearing up your body to where technology has evolved enough to where, I mean, think about it. Even with the cryo machines, some of them work with them, don't. 7 years ago, with no damn cryo machine, it was still basic ice, you know. So, and I think technology is the reason why, like Colin said, like, shit. I mean, we might have to start pushing this envelope back a little bit. Like, really, even the sprint world, I don't think it's 30s no more. Like, you know, they love 32, you're done.
I mean, Merle Nolly.
I don't think that's it no more. I think that'll push up about 34, 35, 36.
Merle Nolly ran under 11 seconds. I think she was in her very, very early 40s.
Look, and
so, I mean, we've seen it. But Ray, you can appreciate this. Just bear with me on this one. Can you imagine the 1968 team running in this era?
Okay.
You know how freaking crazy. They were doing things that was.
That's what I'm saying.
Unheard of.
Exactly.
Imagine that 1968 U.S. men's and women's team.
Okay.
With the technology and everything we got right now, imagine them running today. The Tommy Smiths, the John Carlos, the Jim Hines, all of them. Imagine. All right, I'm off my horse right there.
I just told you I can't and don't want to, because that's like what we imagining Bolt if he was in his prime running on new technology shit. Like, it's the same stuff you don't want to imagine. Like, I don't even want to go over there. just leave it over there where it's at. We ain't even gonna bring that over here. We ain't even gonna think about bringing that over there, because what them folks was doing then? No, you don't even. You can't even. I mean, even you talk about people like Edwin Moses, like technology, track, services. What are we talking about now?
Biomechanics.
Like what are we really talking about? What people will be accomplishing now? So it's like,
it's a completely different era. Jesse Owens was smoking a pack of cigarettes before his races.
Literally.
He literally was smoking cigarettes before his race. And then he was smoking. Come on.
Well, he didn't have those fight flavor with a nail, put a cigarette out, and then getting down. Like, come on. Like, yeah, appreciate the $2. Bob Hayes, shit. And it makes you really, but it is a double-edged sword, because it makes you appreciate them, but at the same time, it makes you look at today's age crazy, like, well, what the hell y'all really doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, it almost kind of would take away a little bit of what they do when we go to talking like that. Like, well, what if they had been here? It's like, well, we evolved, but shit, did they evolve?
Yeah.
Colin.
Yeah.
You know, we on the college thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it me, or is it the men's competition seems a little convoluted?
Yeah, it's
jumbled up.
It's jumbled up. Like, there's not, like, I was going through my, like, I was telling Ray earlier, I'm trying to make my Bowerman picks right now to, like, release a list. And, like, with the men, I was just like, dude, I don't know. Like, it's
hold on.
Outside the top three, I just had no idea.
I want to cut because Nat just gave me another stat. This is pretty interesting. So Leah Hobbs at New Balance this year, she came through the 30 in 4:14. Her 30 to 60 was 288. her 50 to 60 was 0.95. All this season, that's what she's came through. She's came to the 30 and 414, 413, 417, and 0.95, 0.95, 0.95. Now, this is what I would say. Julian's 0.95 looks strong. Aaliyah's 0.95 looks fast. Again, thank you, Nat, for the quick stats. Aaliyah's 9.5 looked fast. Julian's didn't look fast. It just looked powerful. But their numbers are damn the same. Like, literally, he just sent it to me. Their numbers are damn the same. If they was next to each other in 100 at this point in time, shit, that'd be interesting. That'd be real. That'll be real, and that's who gave us stats. Appreciate you. That'll be real interesting in 100 for both of them. That's gonna be interesting.
So if you get top 3 on the men's side, Colin, who you got
For the 100?
No, team wise.
Wait. Oh, the teams. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm like the fact that I need to get an apology from some of these people that said me picking Georgia as my preseason number 1 pick was crazy, because now it's looking like they're doing pretty all right. I'd say Georgia. I'd say I think Arkansas might be in there. And then third, there's always a distance school that dominates distance. So I'd probably have to go with Washington. It looks like they're that school right now. And then fourth, I probably got to go Princeton. To be honest with you, Princeton, like
wait, no Florida?
No, not really. I don't. What has Florida got on the men's side really this year? Like, honestly,
damn.
Who's the best guy on Florida's team? Who is the best runner on Florida's team right now? Legitimately.
All of them.
No, give me like, it's like they got a bunch of like okay guys. Like I just don't see. I don't know. It's just me. I just don't see them.
Wait, hold on.
You
said a bunch of.
They
okay
graduated
guys.
all of their good. Like they won
Pro
single-handedly last year because of Joe Fon. Like let's keep it a buck. Joe Fon won them the NCAA championship last year because he was literally a part of every single one. The 100, he was there. The 200, he's there. The 4x1, he's there. Like he won them that relay, and he's gone. Who is filling Joe Fon's shoes? Legitimately, who is? PJ Austin right now? No, they're not top 3. Not right now. Ja'Cory Patterson? He's not even the best on his own team. What, 400? He doesn't even have the number one 400 time on Florida. Ryan Willie does. So, like, I just don't see it. Yeah, sure, you can name. Look, okay, well, let's pull these up while we got it. While we're doing this, let's pull this up. All right, fine.
I don't want to go stat for stat with that dude. I don't know why.
Robert Gregory. Let's pull up what Robert Gregory's done. 2074. Okay, and then Ja'Cory Patterson. 2083 came in third at the Razorback Invitational. And then let's go to PJ Austin. PJ Austin is probably their best runner, 658. So it's like they're good. They're not coming top 3 right now. Like I'm sorry. They graduated all their
Princeton. So you telling me Princeton is going to finish in the top 3? If
they finished 4th. Yes, because they're going to go 1-2 in the pole vault, and then they have a really good multi guy. They didn't graduate anybody from last year. Like people forgot how good they were last season. People forget how good they came in 4th last year outdoors. They have a good thrower. I wouldn't say that. Like I said, I think it's pretty distant. It's like a distant 4th, but I think it's probably between Princeton and Florida for 4th place this year. Oh, is this guy? Who is this? Who's Yo, Finesse. Hey, I'll tell people to I'll tell people, and then I'll admit when I'm wrong. Like I was doing with Ray earlier when I was talking. If I make a public announcement, I will apologize publicly. And so if they come above third place, I'll apologize publicly for sure. But I don't see it with their team they have right now. I do not see it.
Boy, kind of listen, man. I got cussed out by Coach Holloway.
Well, I've never met that man in my life.
Y'all not gonna get hit with shrapnel. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you like this here. One thing for certain, two things for sure. I hear Colin. I hear his whole speech. But you know what I'm saying? I'm betting on Mouse Holloway. Damn everything else. I'm betting on Mouse. I don't care about nothing else. I'm betting on Mouse. Now with me saying he can't get a team to get it done. I ain't gonna go out there. I did that one time with you, Colin. I got in trouble too. I ain't doing that.
Here, look. What do you think? We'll take a look at their ranking. You don't even take it from me. Fine. Don't even take it from me. You don't want to know mine? Let's take a look at the college rankings from where they're at. So this is, where do you think, if we're even looking at this, we're all wrong. They have Florida at 12th right now. Okay. The USTFCCCA, where they just take how many points you're currently projected to get, and they just add that up. They currently have them at 12th. So and you know who they have at 8th? Princeton. They have them better than Florida. So I'm not crazy when I see right now they are not top 3. It's not crazy to say.
So help me with the Georgia pick, because we still don't know what Matt Bowlen is running. Has he even ran the 60 yet this year?
Yes, I think he did. Let me pull it up. I'm pretty sure he did. Man, no, he hasn't ran the 60. He has done the 2. I saw that
in the 4.
Hey, he's second in the nation in the 200. Yeah, and he ran the 4. He ran the 300 and the 400. In the 400, he ran a 46.13, which ranks him. Where'd it go? 7th. Geez, I just saw it 2 seconds ago. 12th right now.
Okay. All right. They got Will Sumter.
They got Elijah Godwin.
They got Elijah
They
Godwin.
got Kyle Garland.
Okay.
All you need 4 people. They got 4.
That is true. Now, if I was the betting man, out of respect, Elijah Godwin is what we will all consider him the majority favorite to win the quarter, right?
Yeah, I like Jonathan Jones as well. Well, I think Jonathan Jones should run the 800. To be honest with you, if he did the 4 and the 8, he would be my pick for Bowerman. But he's only doing the 4 right now, and
I don't
understand.
You trying to kill the man?
He's great at both, so do both.
Yeah, you trying to kill the man at an NCAA championships?
I mean, I don't know what the timing looks like, but
yeah,
shoot.
God, there's a reason why you've never seen the 4-8 double at the NCAA championships, bro.
I don't know what the timing looks like, man. I haven't seen it.
So right now, if we had to go off of it right now, just based on sheer respect and what we know this kid is capable of doing, Elijah Godwin, I think it's about damn time that Matthew Bowling moved up to the court. He should have been running the court any damn way, but that's just me.
I agree.
And then you got Garland, then you got Will Sumter, right, who can place in the 800. I'm not gonna say he's gonna win. I'm not gonna disrespect them other great half milers, but he can be a force. He's a sprint quarter. He's a sprint half miler that can do some serious damage. My question is right now, where the other points are gonna come from? Because when you go to nationals, the reason why I say the other points is because, let's be honest, let's keep it a beam, okay? Anything can go wrong, so you have to have some backup points somewhere. Now, does Georgia still got the monster throwers? Do they still got some?
Their best thrower right now, they've got a 21.89 weight thrower, which I don't think that's going to score. Shot put probably ain't going to score either. 17.74. It's Kyle Garland, Matthew Bowling,
Elijah Godwin,
and Elijah Godwin.
It will, and I got to give them. I I gotta give Will Sumner. I gotta give him some credit. I'm gonna count 4.
Yeah, so those are the people.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now Arkansas.
Yeah, that guy. He's in the 800, and if Jonathan Jones was running the 800, he would beat him. But right now, he's number 1. So yes,
Arkansas has the bodies. They are loaded.
Matter.
But they gotta do it when it counts, and that's been the big knock on them. And I say that respectfully because I have a thing where I don't ever talk ill of anybody's program or the athletes. If you just go for history, you know what I'm saying? Like when they got to the national meet, it never really panned out how it should. Because going body for body, man, Arkansas rolled into that meet super deep, man. So that's why I'm kind of reserved on Arkansas. That 301 that they ran, I saw the video. That was a whooping of nobody's level of thinking. They ran 301. Was that the second fastest time ever ran in college history, Colin? That's number 2? Or was that like top 5?
For Texas A&M, you said?
No. Arkansas ran 301. Is that top 5?
Yeah, I think it's top 5, maybe 6th, but yeah, it's up there. It's a great time.
And Lane wasn't on the relay, right?
Let me see.
I don't believe he was on it.
Let me pull it up. 4x4. It was Washington, Benson, Owens, and Bailey. So yeah, their 4x4 right now is looking right, but it don't matter how fast you run. It's still 10 points is still 10 points.
10 points still 10 points. Really,
you can break the record. It don't matter. It don't matter.
You still only get 10 points.
And when I look at it too, yeah, Texas, they got some good people in the 60 not the 60 hurdle, sorry. The 800, they got the top 2 guys in the 8. It's what I think it's once again, we got to watch out for these distance cats cuz
Washington.
Yeah, Washington, you got to watch out. Who's another one that's like pretty good? Stanford, even them. Yeah, Stanford got Udoti in the 2 in the 60.
Northern Arizona.
Watch out, man.
Northern Arizona is going to be, hey, listen to me. Northern Arizona's sleeping to come home with a trophy. I'm not saying which one. I just feel that if everything hits and their secret weapon is the sprinter that they got sitting down there right now.
They finally got a sprinter?
Yeah. No, he was there last year. He made the NCAA championship last year.
I was gonna say because
my boy Alan Dunson. Shout out to Alan Dunson, man. He's done a phenomenal job everywhere he's been, man. You know, my guy. Yeah, I just need those stats, man. I just need to know where your head was because the men's side, I was sitting there like, I can't pick a clear cut. Now that's a championship that after SECs, ACCs, you could say, hey, this might be the team that's gonna win.
Oh yeah. They got the top 4 different schools in that they have for what's it called in like the coaches poll because they got Stanford 1, Texas Tech 2, Florida State 3, Kentucky 4, and then Ole Miss 5 in the SEC. So they got a wide variety. And it's pretty early for the college season. This is very early. Like a lot of things can change. So these are my picks on February 2nd. Or February 5th at 8:05 p.m.
They got a long way to go.
I've changed my picks all the time. So this is where I'm at right now. Yeah, because like I said, there's plenty of people that haven't opened up yet. And so as people open up, then your picks change. As you get more information, your opinion on stuff changes. Just we used to think the world was flat when we knew it wasn't. So it's stuff changes.
Both expect you to still have your same pick and 3 people get hurt on the whole relay. But you said that relay was going to win it. Bro, they missing 3
February.
Take it back now. What?
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Hey, that be them things out there. All right, y'all. We don't hit that 2-hour marker. 2 hours, 18 minutes on a Sunday. It's a perfect day. Perfect day. It was a damn good weekend. Great weekend. I actually feel like track season is almost in. So we got to really give New Balance they just do for that because it felt like the Diamond League meet. I promise it did. You know me. I'm against Endo, man. They're Endo. But shit, boy, they had me crunk. Even more. I woke up like, ooh, I can't wait to tell them I told you so. But I ain't gonna do it too much. Man, I was like, but so shout out to that, man. Kudos to them, man, for that. Congratulations to Noah, because what Noah showcased is, and this what, of course they already going back and forth now, which is what we need, talking trash, which is kind of why I had the flyer done the way I had it done, which is like a new king is risen. Because you got to really think about it. Like, the one thing that we said Noah Brown couldn't do was he couldn't start. He wasn't a good 60-meter runner. Okay, well, now he done said, I'm a great 200-meter runner. I got the record. I can run 9.8. I can also run 6.4. So is it safe to say that we can now start putting him in that conversation of not a 200 runner, but actually like one of the top sprinters? Like,
I always have him as one of the top sprinters. Like you just don't roll out of bed and run 986 like it's nothing. So I've always had him as one of the top sprinters.
So I mean, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a top sprinter. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
American record holder?
He's no longer 200-meter Noah. Now he's a top sprinter Noah.
Yeah. I don't think you can
Well,
just be
I know what Ray's going with this.
Noah Lyles. I'm tripping.
Oh, I know what Ray's going with this. Noah's never made a 100-meter team. So I understand what Ray is saying.
Trayvon Bromell's never made a 200-meter team. Like, I mean, you could say the same thing the other way around. So it's like, who's got a better chance at making a team in the opposite event? Noah Lyles in the 100 or any of the 100-meter guys in the 200 outside of Craig Curley.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
And I'm trying to figure out why Marvin Stewart just sucks so bad, yo. I got questions. I got concerns.
You just
That's why you got red. That's why you can hold on. That's why you can hold on to the lead. Why are we always picking on Marvin? Yo, why are we always picking on Marvin, yo?
What's this we shit? That's you.
Marvin actually asked me, he said, man, why Coach always picking on me?
Listen, man, I love Marv, man. Marv's my guy, man.
Yeah, he's in the comments. Yeah, I knew it. He's right here.
Wait, hold on. Where Marv at?
He right there. You've been watching this whole time, waiting for you to say something.
Marv, man, listen, man. Oh, Marv, man. Hey, listen, man. I want to see you drop 20.10, baby.
Hey, what's this wee shit?
I want to see you drop this 20.10. Marv, I love you, dog.
He was there the whole time, just lurking.
Hey,
like, I know Coach gonna say something.
He ain't kept out nothing. Like, I'm just waiting for Coach to say something. I'm waiting for him to say my name.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God, he a dope dude, man. I just love everything about how he competes, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man.
You be on Marv like how Steve A used to be on KD.
Man,
like,
look.
You like hard, like you're too good to not be running.
Look, man, Marvin, I don't need Anson prancing around Europe happy because Canada won the 4x1. We need to stop this. We need to stop it now. I need you to come through for your boy. Okay? I don't care what place y'all come in. As long as Canada's behind y'all,
you good.
Y'all can get 7th, as long as they 8th.
USA ain't gonna beat Canada. I'm saying it again.
See, there you go. There you go. There you go.
All right, y'all. Make it time to wrap it up.
That's about right.
Time to wrap it up before you wake up, Anson. He be trying to get on right now. I heard you talking about my team. Being very disrespectful. I heard it in my sleep. I woke up.
He's dreaming about it.
All right, y'all. Well, look. We appreciate y'all as always. Damn, you know what? Sunday might have been a bad day. It was like 300 people in here, like watching. It's because nobody had nothing else to do. Thank y'all. We did it on purpose. Y'all ain't got no football to watch. Y'all ain't got nothing to watch. Y'all had to watch us. So we appreciate y'all though.
Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody in the comments just said we ain't told about Trayvon's opener.
Huh?
Bro, what did Trayvon even open in, bro? I wasn't watching that, man.
Trayvon did what? Oh, y'all did. I didn't.
I just want to see Trayvon versus Marv. Like, that's the only track. Like, if I could only watch one track race.
Like, I just want to see Trayvon versus Marv. Like, and at this point, nothing else he does matters. Like, just give us that race.
Marv, you got to figure. Like, you got to race him, man. That's the only race that I care about right now.
Yo, listen.
What did Trayvon run this weekend?
I'm pulling it up. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
He ran for real. Yeah, he did. What he ran?
He ran at 60. Oh no, he didn't run this week. Nah, he ran last week or 2 weeks ago. He ran a 6.65. Yeah, he ran a 6.65 on January 21st. That's what it was. So he hasn't ran. He didn't run this week. He posted a video this week. So you might have seen a video of him reacting to his video of his race. He posted that this week, but his race was from before. That might have been what you saw.
Who he trained with now?
He trains out there in California, out there. He trains at the Mount Sac facility. I don't know who the coach is, but it's a whole bunch of them. So young boy that was at A&T is back out there. The guy who ran the alleged 986 when we all found out it was fraudulent. He's in that training group. He's good. He ran like 10-10 or something like that. And there's a whole bunch of other guys in there. They got a good little thing going, man. They got full access to the Mount Sac training venue and all that stuff. A good little setup, man. Good little setup for them, man. I hope they shine, man. I really do.
Okay. Okay. Elias Garcia. I know him. Okay. All right. Well, shout out to them. Hopefully they can get together. Get it together. I guess somebody was saying that Trayvon was in an accident. So I mean, that'd be true. Not saying it ain't, but that'd be the case. At that aspect of anything, like definitely if you run 6'6", 6'8", 6'9", 7'0", it's a win because if I just came from a car wreck, I could die. At any point, fender bender or whatever. So that be true. Hey, kudos to him for that. Coming back and just doing that. And then thing like we always say. This is just to show people everything we do is to entertain y'all. So we don't really wish no bad ill upon anybody. We just do our job. But when it comes to Trayvon kind of did himself. Like he put himself out there and hung himself. So, we didn't do that.
Well, when he got into an accident? When did he get into an accident?
That was last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't run last year.
Okay.
Or whatever. So, I don't know. All right, y'all boys. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, man. We've been on here long enough. We've been on here 2.5 hours. Coach, you came on right on time. So everybody that came on late, make sure y'all go back and start this video over because all the information that Colin provided about that New Balance meet and his experience there was pretty damn awesome. Like for real, pretty damn awesome. Colin, you at Milrose, right?
I'm at Milrose. T's gonna be at Milrose.
Mm-hmm. T, yeah. Shout out to T. She's gonna kill
a lot of people gonna be at Milrose. It's good. It's gonna be a lot of people. Hopefully, I got to talk to some people. I'm trying to do like a post-race live type thing, man. I'm trying to do something. I want to figure it out. So maybe we'll figure something out like right after the race. I'm trying to do something because we got a lot of people that are coming through. Might as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Please don't forget, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I slacked on that. I forgot to say that. YouTube gonna find me again. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video and all that stuff. Coach.
Yes, sir.
Tell them where you at. Well, actually, you in season right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you doing more coaching than podcasting right now, right?
Or I try to accommodate. Me and my boys were off this week because they're traveling. They got different meets that they go into and they leaving super early. So, and I believe next is not this week, but the following week we'll get back on Wednesday at 8:00 again.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Tell them where they can follow you at, as if I don't tag y'all when I'm telling y'all how right I am. But go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna say it again. If I don't know you and you ain't got not a single post, or you have to have a maximum of 100 posts on your IG for me to follow you. I'm at Coach_718. I don't like trolls, people. I don't like trolls. Okay. I'm also on Twitter You can find me on Twitter. It's not hard to find part 4. My daddy's 4th son. That's where it came from. And I'm with Ray on Sunday or Monday, depending on which one he want to do. Depends on how important the meet was the day before.
Yeah, if I gotta say I told you so, it's gonna be the next day. But keep going.
Okay, so that's what we are, man. And me and my guys, we do Track Chat every Wednesday at 8:00 on YouTube, Facebook, and IG. No, I'm sorry, Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. And follow Colin, follow T, follow our sis T, and follow Anson. He's very disrespectful, so follow him.
I also got a quick shout out to this guy named Mike that I saw at the meet. He came up to me, said, "You're Track World News, aren't you?" I was like, "Yes, I am." So shout out Mike for recognizing me. He also was helping put on the meet. He's setting it up, taking it down, and he's going to be at the meet in Atlanta when they're doing the street meet down the road, which we haven't talked about yet. We'll have to talk about that at a future date because that is going to be exciting. So if you ever see me at a meet, see me anywhere, any of us, say what's up. I would love to.
By the way, shout out to everybody who came up to me at the Notre Dame meet and say, "Hey man, we see you on Mondays. We see you with on Wednesdays as well." And they love the content that we putting out. A lot of people really, really hope that somebody picks us up and they can bring us to the U.S. trials or bring us to, and stuff like that. So, yo, man, this got a lot of steam, man. So shout out to everybody who approached me too, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, we truly do. We truly do. And y'all know I'm gonna pop up one day to track meet. Y'all know I like to be here in the kitchen, to be at home. They be out there one day. We'll pop up. I'm gonna pop up with paparazzi and everything. Y'all will be like, "I ain't right here." I'll be like, "Nah, it's my twin brother." Hey, so that's it. Hey, y'all keep killing it, especially both of y'all, coach. Because I know during the summertime you didn't have no coaching job. Now you got a coaching job and you killing it. So shout out to you for that. And then Colin, just like I always say, man, like, bro, keep going. keep going. You and T, y'all, we want Lewis. You better hope we don't get no petition started. We love you, though, Lewis. We love you, man. We love you. You've been there for a long time. But we coming. All right, y'all. Till next time, we out of here.
Adios.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Happy Sunday. Hope we gave y'all something, good Sunday evening so you can, get your day going. Shout out to all of y'all who was in here. Shout out to everybody who was here that don't comment. We still love you. Shout out to all of the track athletes that always are watching, the coaches, the agents. Like you said, you said track and field. We know y'all watch too. Everybody watches the race tape. We appreciate all of y'all. And I sincerely appreciate the patience that so many of y'all coaches and meet promoters and agents have with the crazy stuff that I say when I'm on the show. The fact that y'all know me and would text me and be like, "Ray, chill out." So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all y'all. We're going to keep this thing going. I appreciate everybody that reached out to me when I had my little meltdown the other day and I wanted to stop. Hey, we love y'all. We ain't going nowhere. They don't want us to go nowhere, so we can't go nowhere. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. I am out of here. Bye.